We're in the green. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yep, we're back for another D&D Space Crusaders live. The real 5th edition campaign that you all came to see.
Still bleeding out. All those fucking Jewish insects.
So I'm just doing the finishing touches to the equipment you will have on offer.
Yeet. We have a bit of a shorter session tonight, probably, because, well,
Hopefully.
everybody's off sick or doing other things like working. Hi, Mitch.
Or isn't responding to messages. Nullus vaguely interested in doing this.
Fair enough. But will he do it with Mitch?
Let's harass Nullus.
No, let's. Oh. You have Mitch. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh god. We have Mitch.
Ooh. Yes, they're doing that again.
and Dulles even have a PC that works.
Yeah, that might be the problem with Nullus.
Yeah, he played. What's it called? Fuck. You know, the game that you run that I can remember the right name of for. I always call it the
Rising
wrong
Sun?
combination. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but it wasn't very playable for him, even despite that, 'cause he was like, it was taking 5 seconds to move, click on the thing. To
Oh
load
yeah,
it.
it was. Well,
Because the laptop
there
was
can be an
terrible.
attempt.
Yep.
So, I have prepared a new spaceship for today.
Yeet.
However, first of all, everybody has the option to level up.
We should
Our
probably take that
options.
one, guys, before we go on another mission.
Well, you've not been given another mission yet, so
Right. Okay. Alright.
get the reply back from Nullus. The reply is
You're big gay.
quite a lot of typing.
Probably is you're the big.
Also, be right back. There's some tea downstairs and it's drinkable.
Nice.
So, give me
Understandable.
2 to 5 min.
That's
Okay.
fine. So the first thing everyone does is everyone's character sheet should have. Well, first of all, you can roll a new hit die if you have not already.
Shit. I believe I did at the end of the session. I think I got 4.
Yeah.
I'm
if,
back.
if you have a look at your hit points, it should be fairly obvious.
Yeah, maximum hit points 10. Okay, yeah. In that case, do I heal up to my full now, by the way? It's the end of this session.
Yes. You
I
heal up
received
fully
medical
during
care.
downtime.
Yeet. Yeah, sorry, this is really reminiscent of the D&D Crusaders, just 'cause it's the same sheet. Looking at. Probably the same tone now I think about it as well. You know, like, hello GM, can I get this? Boomer Sargon says, oh, I don't know. I'd have to look at the rules on that one. Like, seriously, last night they literally did that when I watched a bit of it. I was like, Sargoy, I'm a GM as well, and this comes up. I just fucking hand wave it or make some up on the spot. That's what you do. You don't just sit there and go,
So,
oh, I don't know, so I'll have to look at it later.
you have had some downtime after you've gotten back from your mission, and you, as fit and active military types who like to keep busy and or have to keep busy, you have the option to either train the body or the mind as to you can either basically you can level up one of your core characteristics or one of your skills.
So the
Or
mind
learn a
is
new skill,
skills.
perhaps.
Okay.
This is a somewhat filler option because I haven't had time to write down all of the options for feats for everybody, and would just give you all the same feat, which seems a little shit.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do first of all. I'm gonna train the body and the mind by improving int, so just improving the body.
Yeah.
I will take 1 point into intelligence. Bring my intelligence modifier to 0.
Wait, 0.
Therefore, I did improve the mind. Because now my skills are easier to get.
Now, inconveniently, or possibly more conveniently, I was talking to Mega Saber earlier about some of the plans I had for how to proceed with the next step, and he isn't here today, so that's not happening.
Damn son.
So if I say completely different stuff, then this applies, and what I said earlier doesn't.
Alright.
So,
Tragic.
you are all called into a briefing room when you have finished sorting out your stats. So let me know when you've all got that sorted out, and or when Doom has gone back from collecting drinks.
Yeah.
Because
So.
he's a boomer.
Okay, so I've got my hit points from last session. I've improved intelligence score by 1.
Yep.
Is that
There's
leveling
not
up done?
much to do.
Oh wait.
That's leveling up for you done.
Oh, and I've put level 2. There we go. Yeet.
Okay, how much can we improve, or like how much was how many experience points was it? 100?
You have enough experience points to upgrade either one of your core stats or one of your core skills.
Hmm.
There'll be options further on down the line, either when I get a new character sheet format or
Just
a
I think
different thing.
That was one
have-
skill.
Sorry?
Sorry. Was that one skill?
One
can
skill
improve.
or one core characteristic.
Okay, I'm gonna improve a skill. It's gonna learn history.
the history of the Americans. Yeet.
Yes, history of America.
So
David Thumper.
I guess you just get tagged as a proficient skill.
Sorry?
Does he just get a tick in it, like the 1 tick?
Yeah, he can now train into history.
Yep.
It will not because of the modifier on it. It's not necessarily going to make him much better at history, but he has been doing research about related topics after the last mission. Is how I'm calling it.
Yeah, and then again, it's
Reading up on like the Wikipedia article style of thing.
Yeah, it used to be -2, so it's a bit better. He at least has a layman's understanding.
Having a point in a skill does not necessarily make you, a master of it.
Yeah, definitely not him. Definitely not David Thumper.
Also, XP is cumulative, so keep it written down. Because that
Okay.
might help.
So
there was 5 of you on the last mission, and you got 100 XP each. Technically, you got 99 XP each, but fuck
Okay,
that.
let me just see. Let me see where I track XP. I suppose I could write on subrace.
Well, there's experience points at the top of the sheet.
I must have missed that.
Yeah,
one.
it says XP
In
is
the box
now.
next to the name.
Class, race, subclass, subrace, level 2.
Next to the alignment, isn't it?
Oh right, you click the thing. Ah, there we go. See, so it said I've got 100 experience points. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That is
Right.
the equivalent to get you to level 2.
Hey, good stuff. Right, it's all done.
So, yeah. Waiting for Doom. So, sorry, this is a bit dry, everybody. Waiting for the player to get back. So, once everyone's leveled up, I can then do the mission briefing, pick any harassment of the various officers you want to do, ask any awkward questions, and then we'll be deploying.
So, what did I miss?
The leveling up.
Just
Correct,
leveling up.
Okay.
So it should be fairly simple. Upgrade a core characteristic or a skill, and add a hit die is all it comes to at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Should we be rolling the hit die, or...?
Yes.
Well then. 4 extra health.
This
Be
is
a
to
lot
reflect
worse.
the training you're doing between missions.
And
Fuck me, my chair is noisy today.
only a 1 point in a skill, or
An extra point on any of the skills you have not yet learned, or a characteristic score point.
a characteristic score point is strength, dexterity, constitution, and such, right?
Yep, yep.
Gonna
The
put
better
one.
choice overall is obviously go for the characteristic, but if you want to get trained in one specific thing, it'll make you better at that by 2 points rather than a lot of things for 1.
Tempted to do dexterity, so it can be 3, but if I put one in charisma, then the next time that would be a 20 in charisma.
Yeah, it's an option. As I say, it's.
Dexterity will be it.
And yet, Pastafari, that
class.
is fine. If you have a +2 constitution modifier, you do get a d10 +2, which in your case is 6.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
The armor gives me 2 armor, right?
4 armor. With a maximum of 2 dexterity modifier to that. So you have a +3 dexterity, you'd only get +2 for your armor class.
Would still be a 17 in my armor class. Actually, no, 16 in my armor class.
Yeah, it is hard capped at 16 for the armor you wear.
Okay.
Oof.
That's right.
There'll be options to improve it down the line, but
For now, this is how the Void Rangers do it.
16 AC is pretty good.
Hmm.
There shouldn't be really anyone with lower than that, unless they've got negative dex.
I think there's only one character has negative dex. Well, not negative, has lower dex, and that's Gren, I think.
Yeah.
He is
Basically,
really-
you guys are quite tough.
Time.
I think that's what, the equivalent of medium armor on a D&D character?
Actually, no, I keep it to 15, but I raise my intelligence to 14. Makes it more interesting, in my opinion.
Right.
And I keep the 16 armor class. And get some more knowledge and other things. Because are we still going by the every time your modifier in intelligence increases, you get something like an extra language, or
No.
Oh, hi,
Okay,
Ritualist. Ritualist is watching, it looks like.
Yep. You said remove kebab.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Good.
We gotta bring back Lawrence Trump.
I'm currently eating kebab, and not quite timed how long this would take, so
Yeah.
I will do my best.
You didn't time this quite correctly.
So, you all now have a point of renown.
Ooh.
And the 3 of you, as now veterans of a single mission, are getting deployed to explore another derelict ship. As your whole team is waiting on, basically, they were going to give you a briefing, but they are waiting for a specialist to basically arrive on ship, as it is information that they do not want to transmit digitally. So the debriefing on your previous mission is going to be delayed, but you're going to be deployed on another mission in the meantime that should be ostensibly quite easy.
Oh shit, boys. We can't tell them about
Easy.
the fucking Xenos. Ugh.
Oh, you think you can tell the guys on the ship, but you cannot be fully debriefed because you need to basically tell a specialist, and they weren't, expecting that to happen.
Oh, the bureaucracy
So you're
fucks us
basically
again.
waiting to see.
Well, the first thing after I get out of the fucking pod is basically go to the quartermaster and say, "We needed more explosives."
For America.
Aye, lad, there was some tough shit in there.
I have told you we needed more explosives, but no, you didn't give us, and it almost killed us.
Oh, interesting trip.
Yeah, you could say that.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Well, the follow-up then will be, assuming that you've been doing this as sort of a slightly mixed-up timescale, you hand in almost all of your equipment upon returning to the ship. It is all
That's not
stored
the
in the ship's
American
armory,
way.
aside from sidearms and your knives, which are considered, walking around gear.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the American way.
That is the
Uh,
American way.
You are all taken to the ship's Medicaid bay to make sure you've been fully checked over, as you have pretty much all sustained some form of injury, or at least have been in a potentially dangerous environment. So it's just cautionary checks. Nothing serious comes up. However, two of your comrades are warned to be more aware in the future, as obviously they were knocked unconscious during the mission.
Boy.
Oof.
After giving a brief rundown of your adventures to the captain, or at least your serving officer, you handed them the black box. They send off a few messages and say that you will be contacted.
I better be.
However,
I
while
better-
you're waiting for this specialist officer to get to you, excuse me, you have been sequestered, I think that's the right word, to go on a second mission to try and make the most of... This is really chewy, sorry. A second mission to explore another derelict, or seemingly derelict vessel. It came into the ship's long-range scanners about an hour or so ago, moving at some speed. It has since decelerated, and its all of its heat signatures have turned off, basically.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
So it's gone dark, but it has been moving up until about an hour ago. So you're expecting something.
Right. What kind of ship is it?
It is a small exploration vessel.
Mhm.
It is one of the early starships. It is a fully self-contained vessel, primarily using solar power as its means of propulsion, or at least for guidance. It has some secondary rocket engines. However, they are for star-bound use only, and have they're not massive boosters. The ship is approximately 70 meters long. It's quite small. Do you want to make a history check?
Let's have a look. I guess we should all just roll it.
Sure. History check.
Okay. Oh, wait. Wrong chat. I posted that one in. Wanted to show that one to my girlfriend.
So just waiting on Doom's check, then I'll let you know what you can surmise between you.
Oh shit, son.
Big brain!
Oh boy! It's the
So,
big history
Doom
boy.
quite quickly recognizes this, as he has seen them in, old, science fiction books. This is one of the scout ships. It is probably well, it could be as old as 400 years. However, it could be one of the newer variants because they kept making them with functioning the same exterior. Difference is an interior. However, it's very old. The
So-
fact that it is aerodynamically spaceworthy is testament to how old it is, as this implies it was one of the ones launched from Earth. Most of the spaceships you see look like a big pile of, like, dumpsters. Whereas
Can
this one
I
actually
know-
looks like a rocket ship.
But
Do I
is it
know what the
American?
model is from which country? Seeing that each country has their own style, at least back in 400 years ago.
You
Before
can
them.
tell what type of ship it is, as it is the type solely used, the design has not been used since, by the Coalition.
Hmm.
The fact that it's still running is somewhat distressing to your superiors. Basically, it is, for want of a better word, the night shift at the moment, and you are the group who have been scrambled as you were on guard duty.
Hmm.
So, most of the ship is asleep. You have very little of the command crew available. The officer at the helm has gone, yeah, go check that out now.
Quick.
We'll wake the captain later. We'll
so-
try and maintain comms.
So what you are saying is they finally made those things a reality? Huh.
Not so much they made these things a reality, it's these things were a reality. They were generally used in, like, sci-fi horror films during your childhood.
Oof.
Hmm.
Basically, think of it as you're being deployed to go and intercept the Spencer Mansion.
Oh god.
Well, lads, let's be aware. I don't want to see no more cryogenically frozen Nazis.
I just look over towards him, towards Donald, or actually towards David. You what?
You don't share the holy god's love.
Hey, we've seen enough Mexicans. Just general
Then-
Nazi. The commies.
The Third
Just can't
Reich,
deal with it anymore.
the Third Reich hasn't been around for 400 years.
It's German.
So am I.
So,
And
You're being a
Autism
bit
intensifies.
racist, aren't you?
what do you mean?
gentlemen are done bickering, the officer at the helm tells you. Go and see the quartermaster, whoever is on staff, get your equipment, and then be deployed as soon as you can.
Aye, fair enough.
God damn
Something
it.
just let me have some more explosives, since the last time we almost died due to the
Ask
lack
the
of them.
quartermaster.
Sure
I've
thing.
got steering to do.
Should we give the German explosives when we're going to
Yes.
get some Germans?
I may as well all take explosives. See if they have any stuns though. They might be handy.
So we go to the quartermaster.
Yeah, the frigate you are on is not very big. You can quite quickly get to the quartermaster, at which point, well, their assistant is looking rather sleepily at you, sort of going, what?
Standard equipment. I want to see standard equipment plus an extra edition of the explosives.
Run that by me again? So
I
you want
want to
standard
sta-
equipment and some more frags?
Yes.
Alright.
Maybe some
The guy's
depth charge.
clearly not happy that he's been woken up. Anything else while I'm back in the warehouse?
Got any
Loads of
nine bangs?
frags.
No, it just depends. Do you have anything I could test out?
No. The range is closed for now. It's night time.
Well, we are going to a ship, so I might want to test it out on some life.
What if
Okay,
it's a
fine.
healing gun?
So, the quartermaster's assistant looks you up and down and hands over the counter 3 assault rifles and the magazines to go with.
Thank you.
Then he hands you a box of 12 grenades.
I
12
don't have
grenades.
stats for a assault rifle. Or is it the D8?
I will drop you the stats.
Sure thing, and 12 grenades. Oh wait, the SIFs are grenade, right?
SIFs, yeah.
Okay, we
You
have
a
to
box
share.
of 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
They
to
come in a box as well.
3.
So
So
everyone
4
gets
frags
4.
each. Okay.
Not bad.
The stats for all the equipment you have a standard issue is on the base info handout.
Let me get.
So they
is
basically just replenish the
this
gear
one.
we had previously.
Well, I get an assault rifle.
We get. Do we get
a
medkits?
We each have one, I think, standard as well.
Dex.
You each have a med kit.
Perf. Then it's replenished. Yeah, boy.
Okay, the VVR and the VRR 12, right? Or
No, the VR AR 17.
VRAR.
Yeah, because you're one of those special classes where you don't get the V or AR 17.
+2, and it's a D10. Oh,
Anything else, or
D10.
can I go back to bed, gentlemen?
I
No,
think
but
you can
the-
go back to bed.
You have any stun grenades or perhaps a really nice blade?
Not in
but
stores to my knowledge, sir.
Skog? Because he's the officer, isn't he? Because then he doesn't have he hasn't had the VR AR 17.
Yeah, he's an ensign.
Ah, okay.
He
I
knows
think
how to use
Pasta
the assault
was-
rifle.
I think Pasta was
That's
on about
good.
Doom, but never mind. So
I know he's talking about Doom, but Doom is an ensign, so
An ensign?
Dab.
I
you are
guess
the
this
lowest
guy
rank of
doesn't
commissioned
have.
officer.
What is it?
Sorry, Steve?
I said I guess this guy doesn't have much else. Is there anything you two want? Because all I really want is an ice blade, maybe stun grenades. So. Okay, apparently not.
No one else wants anything?
No, I have everything.
When you're a few feet away,
That's about it.
the quartermaster's guy, just before he puts his shutter down, finds calls out to you, Varric, and goes, "Oh yeah, catch this." When he chucks a stun grenade at you with its like safety clip still attached.
To make sleight of hand to catch it.
You can try.
Ah,
Yeah, it bounces onto the deck and you pick it up quite quick.
nice. Alright,
As I say, it's still got its like safety jacket on, so it's not going to go off or anything.
Ah,
Alright, might come
Well,
in
we have
handy.
2
One stun
viewers.
grenade.
One of which is me, so oofed.
And one is me, so we've got no viewers, boys. Oof.
We didn't schedule it, so
Oh, one of them is me.
well.
Alright,
Wait,
yeah.
Eh,
Literally no people.
yeah, I should have got this to schedule earlier, so we have people prepped.
Well, we didn't know people were running, to be fair, so it's alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't think there's anything else happening tonight. So you guys are going to want to head to your shuttle. Yep, we are the only thing on as far as my YouTube is concerned.
Damn.
So, just go down my sheet to see if I put it in decently. 3 mags, right?
3 additional mags. Yep.
No, 3 additional. Okay. I thought it just replenished what was.
You have 1 in the gun plus 3 spares.
Not bad.
Let me
Okay.
quickly check your stats.
Uh,
Yeah, 4, 8, 20, 7, 5, 2. You've got a good dex modifier.
I know.
So +2 for the single, proficient. Neutral for the burst, you're proficient. And yeah,
Yep.
-3 and you're proficient. Proficiency does make this a lot easier. However, it does mean if you pick up a gun you're not trained with,
It's
you will
gonna
not
be
be
shit.
proficient.
oof.
So, there is a skeleton crew awake at this time of night. You were part of it, so they're actually going to be slightly undermanned while you're gone. However, they have someone at the radio who is ready to deploy you as needed. So, having a fairly uneventful shipfall, as the ship you are approaching has pretty much stopped about 1 kilometer away. It's even brought itself up broadside, so you can so your pod can attach more easily. It's somewhat suspicious. However, you can make shipfall quite easily. You have your landing pod is a slightly larger variant this time, as your previous formatted one would have simply gone inside the airlock doors of this one and not been able to attach properly.
Mm.
So, having docked and gone through all the pressurization, you find yourself in a cold, dark, but very well maintained airlock. It is
Well
quite
done.
large in here, and there are various rails and things built into the floor. However, they are not too. I'd say everything looks very pristine and clean. When you approach the airlock from on the internal door, as you have done, a faint female voice says over the intercom, "Life forms detected. Powering on."
Spooky.
And you hear a beep from your shuttle before it shuts the doors that indicates that there appears to be an oxygen environment at present.
Full
However,
oxygen
you
or
are still wearing your void suits.
for in
That's
case?
In case there's gay alien gay disease in the air.
That is
Yeah,
a
what if-
potential. I don't think it'd be quite put like that on official records.
To be honest, why wouldn't you keep your void suit on? It keeps you protected from
Yeah, let's not do
diseases.
Prometheus.
Yeah.
Hey guys, there's oxygen in the air. Take your helmets off.
Yeah. For all we know, those Germans cryogenically frozen in there are carrying ancient disease.
They're
like
carrying
black
Ebola.
They have super happy.
Just looking at David once again. Aren't you done? You American swine?
Excuse me, I'm not the one. Well, none of us are saying we should take him off. So
No,
let's not get sick.
but diseased Germans, really?
It wasn't just the Germans.
Yeah, it's probably just, scum, if anything.
Yeah,
Like
it's a
those
casual
cunts.
racism.
Look, lads, it's probably
Well
just...
then,
If it's going to be anything, it's going to be more of those fucks from the other ship, so... Watch yourself.
okay.
I hate to say it, but
You guys know the plan. 5-point runes can, like usual.
Aye.
yep.
Okay, now let's open
No
the
more
door.
Mexicans. Let's
Open
do it.
the airlock.
It's the door. The airlock door behind you closes slowly of its own accord, and Excuse me. The door ahead of you, having had the airlock close and the room you can slowly feel the room pressurizing.
Okay.
The door opens and it illuminates, again with fairly faint lights. It's not very bright. A room ahead of you appears to be some kind of crossroads.
Well, I'm not seeing any cryogenical freezing tubes.
David, what are you doing?
Relax.
Hold back a sec. Alright, I'll do a perception. To establish that this is in fact a room.
A safe room. My eyes are indeed open. Once again.
As we can see, David isn't really focused.
All the signs appear to be written in, well, the major signs appear to be written in about 4 separate languages.
Yes.
You can quite easily recognize English as the second on the list. You can pick out certain keywords in other bits, but it seems to be a very simple, description of
The ship.
which, where things are from relation to where you are. It's nothing very fancy.
Hey, was the first language Mandarin by any chance?
Potentially, you are not entirely sure, but does look something like that.
Oof. More gook speak. Ugh. The
One of the
commies.
languages does appear to have the accents of Cyrillic and another of what you believe to be Indian.
Ah, that makes sense. I'm guessing Spanish
yes,
is
the
another
Poo in the Loo language.
Superpower 2020.
Yes.
You also notice that there are various computer terminals along the walls. However,
racial. Fuck.
Wait, how do you do that?
I tried to add into features and traits.
Oh no, use the
Language
5th edition
American.
language feature. Oh no.
I just want somewhere to store the languages he knows.
You know, we all probably have a racist, overtone of language. Like, I probably have Glaswegian as my native language.
or me, your dogs are.
That's it. None of us speak English, technically. Oof. Anyway, what do the signs say, Skog, to these 3 doors?
One of them says to the effect of bridge. The one opposite you says airlock, and the one to your left says engine bay.
So that's the engine bay. That's the bridge. That's another airlock. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yes, we are in the middle room. Apparently.
Could you roll perception checks, everyone, please?
Okay.
I thought we
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this one again.
Well,
17.
let's focus now.
Oof.
So, Doom notices it first, but you can't help but notice the lights that are on are slowly fading.
What
no.
in tarnation?
So
Power.
we're almost out of power. Someone has turned off the engines.
That's mighty suspicious.
Mexicans.
Well, here's the thing.
Not everything.
Do we
not
want to
everything is
secure the black box and the bridge first? Or do we want to restore power first?
Well, I think the moment that we go through the black box, it will be locked down like the last one.
True. The only
But we
other
can
issue-
try.
Yeah, go on.
We can try to do that.
Right.
We still have our oxygen suits, so it's not like we are going to suffocate.
Nah, fair enough. Also, the thing that concerns me is if these creepy crawlies are on this ship as well, they seem to come alive when the power's back on. Although the power's
Yes.
already on, so... It's a curious
But
one.
it is fading.
Like I said, Mexicans are
Oh,
trying
so-
something. What?
You know what? It's your call, sir, but fuck it, let's keep the power on for now.
Yes.
Can't hurt to have the good lighting, at least in our environment.
Well, we still have our torches, so don't forget that.
Right.
So, I'm not taking any risk with those commies or Mexicans again. I've had enough for a
Okay.
day.
Alright. Let's breach the door, lad.
Oh,
Which door are you going for then? That door, yes.
Yeah.
I realised once again that I was looking at the stream tab, not the game tab. I'm like, why is everything so slow? Oh, because I am. So, you press the access controls. The door makes that sort of, gentle swooshing sound and opens. The door behind you has shut as you have progressed through it, as they are somewhat wanted to do. I'm going to continue
David,
blanking
let's
out the
go.
areas you're not currently looking at.
And
For,
let's
consistency.
just...
perception?
Yep. David, kind of suspect with this one. Oh!
Okay, you can all notice that it is now rather noticeable that the power is fading. The door you went through, as it closes, it's not closing as quickly as it opened. You can see to your right, the door is labeled stores. To your left, the door is also labeled stores, and ahead of you is a sign that says primary engine.
Well then,
I think we know where we need to go, at least.
Let's do it.
Yeet. Yeah, we'll open this door if things go.
okay, let's open the door.
The door, it opens, but it takes a while as it slowly sort of grinds back. Does not seem very enthusiastic, and it does seem that the power is almost expired at this point.
Okay.
What is C7 for?
I just tested out the thing and then I just hit a button by accident.
Oof.
Never mind
this
that.
guy is it.
I'm not going to
Oh,
make
boy.
you make a check for this one, but you
Oh.
can see on the
Okay.
large metal box in front of you a large sign that's in letters about 2 feet high is the word Leander.
Who's Leander? Is that a German?
Yeah, maybe a ship name?
Isn't that an electricity company?
A German electricity company?
A Dutch electricity company.
Shit, son.
Wait, are you telling me this isn't the Nazis?
I'll roll
These
this-
are
Oof.
The fucking
As in,
Flying
you're
Dutchman.
talking about this one, right?
What am I seeing? No, it is spelled that.
Because if it was that is a Dutch utilities company.
It could be that as well.
Okay, what's on these doors?
On the doors is written. One has what's the proper name for it? One is It says Capacitor Bank 1 and Capacitor Bank 2 on each of the doors.
Alright.
Ew. I
Can
do
I-
believe.
Can I know the history behind Leander?
I'm gonna have to quickly check because I've just forgotten which one it is, and I want to give you the correct answer because this is a historical thing.
All those years with Wikipedia.
Royal Navy ship?
Leander is a hero of Greek mythology.
Oh.
Probably a ship name then, I
It
guess.
has also been used for the names of shitloads of things in the past. I think the oldest recorded one that you're aware of is the name of a ship. But
Oh.
you're not certain, even with a 17.
The HMS Leander?
Most likely the HMS, yes.
Oh dear God.
The Anglos have returned.
Yeah.
Hey, what
However,
is
this
Dutch
ship
or
is simply
Nazi?
called Leander. It has no forward or backward labels.
Whether this is Dutch or Nazi, this is awesome old ass shit, man.
Okay. Probably old. Well,
Listen.
let's see if we can get this generator fucking keep it from fucking up. Can we
So the
interact with these things at all, or do we have to go to the capacitor?
Yes, but basically you have two very large banks of just nicely cased in machinery,
Uh-huh.
but it is obvious that it is machinery.
Cool.
Within
Good.
there is a
It's
control
not
panel you
communists.
can see, however it is blinking on and off.
I'm just glad it's not communists.
Any of you boys any good with tech?
Well, the tech is the Arcana, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can give it a try.
On a
Not too
diagnostics.
Yeah, it is blinking. That's what I know.
Okay. I'll take a look as well. Fuck it. Oh shit.
The control panel is you can't tell what to do with it. It's bits of it are blinking on and off. You can't read any of the displays for long enough to actually make sense of anything. It's just it's just meaningless to you. It's a bit like if you were asked to start a nuclear submarine and handed the keys
Oof.
without given any instructions on how to do it. It's just it is way above your skill, and even trying a few things leads to no results, sadly.
Fuck it. Let's see. I guess we should try look at these capacitors in that case. Maybe they'll be easier to figure out than the actual computer.
Yeah,
Bit
I
of
think
manual
so too.
engineering, you know.
Listen.
Right. I get clear this room on your words.
Ew.
Hey. Where has the Skog gone?
I was not sure if you were trying to agree on what to do or something you're already doing.
No, we're just.
We are going towards this door.
This is
The
here's
door's
all.
control panel is off. It is a smooth, featureless wall aside from the indent where the door is.
Oh, so that's power.
Can I-
Fuck.
Can I try to just fucking charge into it?
Damn.
Yeah.
I,
Roll me a strength test.
Oh shit.
Correct. Sorry, an athletics test.
Oh,
Reroll.
okay. Athletics. There we go.
Basically,
that's
we're
It's
the
like running into a metal door.
Well, can't say it's not what I expected.
what happens if we put the knife?
There is no gap in the door.
It's a slidey door. Oof.
Well then, seeing
Okay.
that we can't go that way, we go this way. Is this still open or openable?
It is the same. It is a very blank wall with a. The LED backlighting is barely on for this control panel.
But it is still open. It is still working.
No.
Okay.
You can
Oh.
basically you can try and press the button and it makes a very slight humming sound, but that is all.
Right.
Hmm.
If I might suggest, lads, let's go check out these storage rooms back there. Maybe they have some spare power packs or some shite. Maybe that'll power these boys up.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
Also, mustn't there always be the emergency manual override?
I mean, what happens if there's a fire in here?
Ah, you're fucked, boy. It's a spaceship. Unless you
Then
put
there
out
goes
quick-
the oxygen.
True. Which one are you gonna try?
We're going for the lower one first.
Yeah, why not? Doesn't really
Hmm.
matter.
Okay, can we open this door?
That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do at all. Whoops. For that.
I just saw something bright. I don't know what it was.
That was me instead of moving a item to get it to the right size
revealed
on the
fog.
screen. I instead revealed the fog.
And may have revealed
this
something,
door.
but don't pay attention.
I didn't
to
get
it.
anything out of it, so don't be worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
This door. It's just me trying to get something sliced up so I can put it in this room. So, this door has on it a little access panel below the control panel, which has something that you recognise as being quite similar to that you saw on the communist vessel.
The manual override.
Yes, it looks awkward as fuck to use. It's like a ripcord from a lawnmower type jobby. It's
Ooh,
very small,
User.
very difficult, basically.
Do we know this is an European vessel and not an American vessel? Seeing the fucking ripcord again.
Excuse me? Does it look like an American vessel would be filled with Mexicans and commies and now Nazis?
Yes, seeing the amount of immigrants in your country, yes.
Hey, we didn't start it. I'll blame Europe.
Fuck.
Well, you were originally Europeans, weren't you?
We ex-immigrated.
Then it's not our problem.
No, but you started the immigration.
Alright, fuck
No,
it.
the monkeys did that.
We
But
did
let's go on.
conquest.
See, let's go on, you American ape.
Alright, Skog, how do I... Is it Arcana or Strength to use this thing?
It is a strength test.
Athletics, I take it.
Yeah, let's use athletics.
Yeah, fuck!
Oh shit!
Beyblade,
It's
Beyblade.
one smooth motion.
Let it
You're
rip.
almost contemptuously looking at your colleagues. flick up the access panel, put a finger around each side of the cord, and just pull the door open. As if it ain't no big thing.
Yes.
Are you used to the Beyblades?
Inside is a room containing 2 large shipping crates by the look of it. You're not entirely sure. But there's a very small access door into the room. You're not quite sure how
How
these
they
could have
got
gotten
in
in here.
Well,
Oh.
it's bigger on the inside. As the
Not
English
unlike your
always
mother.
said that. I slap him
Oof.
with my pistol, as in pistol whip him.
Oh boy.
Each of the storage crates contains basically it's a shipping container. It's got a set of doors on the end facing you.
If you were to pistol whip me, I'd do this.
I am the commanding officer of this at the moment.
By the way,
What kind of
do
decks
you
do
want
you
to
have?
search these containers?
What did you say?
You have a container and a second container. Do you want to search them? I would imagine that would be. There is no
Perception.
search skill. Excellent.
There's investigate and
Okay.
insight. That's about it.
If
And
I
perception.
may-
I'll let you choose which one you use.
I use
Investigation
perception.
it is.
can I use a grenade? That's the most American thing I can think of.
If you would
Yes,
like, yes.
Sure. Blow it up. Ask questions later. Okay, I'll do that.
What are you doing, you
So
idiot?
you're actually throwing the grenade, just to be sure, yes?
No, he's taking out the grenade and he's just looking at the rest and being like, "This is okay, right?"
If you want to be shunted out of the airlock, go ahead.
He takes away the grenade and just looks at him
Good.
awkwardly, like, "You guys really don't know what you're doing."
Fuck's sake. Come on. Alright,
I don't want any back talk, you.
I presume you searched that one first, so.
Yes, let's search this one.
I was assuming you were searching one each.
Oh,
Okay. I'm searching this.
Either way, you're searching the pair of them.
Yes.
Inside, you find all manner of just bits and pieces of equipment. It's all sort of a mess, as if it was all nice and tidily stacked before it was put inside the ship, and then it looks like someone may have dropped the containers. Everything's sort of at one side in a corner. But amongst the bits and pieces, you can find various manual, hydraulic, and pneumatic tools, and you also managed to
shit.
find
How old is this vessel?
rather distressingly, with something quite heavy on top of them, you find a pair of oxyacetylene tanks and the necessary gubbins to accompany them.
oh fuck.
Oxy. Isn't that
This
highly
is-
explosive?
Not highly explosive, but it's about 50 kilos of pressurized container.
Boys.
Oh no.
You do not find much else with them in this room, but you have found as the most intact equipment that does not require an external power source. You have found an oxyacetylene ticket.
But...
There's
Oh.
also crates of tools and other bits and pieces.
I know what that name. It took me a moment, but I now know what it is. It's a blowtorch, isn't it?
Type.
Well then, let's make some use of this.
David looks over to the commanding officer and says, "Well, you asked for more firepower."
Well, you Americans know how to use a flamethrower, right?
Of course.
Carry that thing to the generator room.
I was used.
We are going to
it's the
burn
American
open the
proficiency.
doors.
It's got a little cart like the tanks are mounted on, and if you can, with some difficulty, drag it out of the container. and then
Okay.
more easily out of the room.
Let's go.
Okay, should I do a strength test to try it, or?
You can, I think, just.
It's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
little wheels. It's not
Okay.
gonna need a strength test.
Do we want to check the other storeroom before we go to the doors, or just?
Let's do that later.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
The power
Boom
is
first,
our.
bang later.
Let's go. Check out what is behind door number 1. Well,
Well,
then.
let's do it.
Scotland forever. We start cutting these up. Do we need to roll like Arcana or Strength or something?
Like,
I'm gonna say roll an Arcana check.
oh, can somebody else man
There
the
we go.
Can somebody
I wanted to
else
say because
please
it's
man
old. It's because it's old equipment, isn't it?
Yeah.
This isn't going well for him.
Well, let's see.
This is why we needed someone else to man this.
Well, I've rolled a 15
Um,
beforehand, so.
So, Mr. Thumper, while attempting to help Varric, sort of opens the taps on the tank and sort of just messes around with it, at which point the ignition system on Varric's end emits a gout of flame about 2 feet long.
Ah, fuck!
is,
Turn that off. Turn that off. Close it.
What's the? This is why we don't let the Americans play with the fire.
Right.
Could I
Hey.
also get all of you who are facing in that direction to please make me a reflex save? So that's a dexterity saving throw.
Which
Ew.
direction? This one, this one, or is that
No,
one?
no, wait. Saving throw. Sorry.
Everyone can make a
Which-
dexterity saving throw.
Which direction?
Presumably you're looking out the door as this is happening.
Yeah. Anyone
Yes, but,
looking towards the door. So,
Oh, hey.
like, here. Oh,
Well,
damn.
I am away from the door, so yeah.
As you hear him messing with the taps, you turn around to see what he was doing and are not affected by the sudden bright flash of flame. However, David, who is looking at the business end of it, takes a several rounds. I'll let you know when it ends, basically, of like dazzling,
Oh.
as you have basically just functionally thrown a flashbang at yourself. The officer has the good sense to be looking at David as well, and not at the business end. So, after some more fettling, you manage to get the torch up to what you believe to be the right temperature,
Ye-
and you manage to start off eventually with a bit of trial and error, because you've only really seen these things used. You've never practiced yourself. You managed to start cutting away at you sort of practice on the door just to see how you're doing it, but what would you like to try and cut?
How big is the door? Is it bigger than us, or about the right size?
The door is approximately 2 by 3 meters, so 2 meters across, 3 meters up in height. No. Yeah, 3 meters approximately high, 2 meters across. It's quite a big door, and it opens seemingly to one direction. You're not sure which.
Okay.
All the other doors have opened sideways, though, so
I may as well, just so we can at least escape if something goes wrong, I'll just cut a human-sized hole for us to get through.
all right. This
Like
is going to
stand-
take you some time. Could I get you to make a Constitution saving throw?
I think that this is quite hot.
Oh, Jesus, with -2.
You are dealing with the fatigue manfully as you sit there and slowly cut your way through this door.
Scotland forever.
Slowly but surely, Scotland will succeed.
You do notice, however, that the door is not that thick, but it seems to be very resistant to the cutting torch.
It's designed to resist heat. It's a space vessel, so.
Yes, it's supposed to be. Now, this is the engine room. What do you think?
So you can potentially try to you can attempt to adjust the settings to try and make it a bit quicker to cut through the door, but it will require an Arcana check. You can't fail it, but you might not pass.
Let me try.
Alright, boss, you try.
Okay.
You have a quick message here saying that it seems to cut through a little bit faster, but it's still.
So
It's taken a while. It's
I know.
sort of at the point where you go, I could cut a human-sized hole, or I could cut like a large cat flap type shape.
As a former Coast Guard, I think they should put more like warnings on this stuff.
Also, if we know where the
Your
door
vision
opens,
has returned to normal, by the way.
if we know
The
what
effect-
way the door opens, we can also just cut out the doors. Just cut down the entire door. But that's gonna take 3 meters. But I don't know.
Yeah, it goes 3 meters up. They're quite substantially tall doors.
Well,
Basically, you would not be able to reach with the gas torch to cut all the way up the door.
oh, okay.
Let me put the music back in.
So yeah. So do you want to try and cut a human-sized hole, or do you want to cut just a smaller one to save some time?
I would rather cut the human-sized one just so it doesn't delay us if we have to get out of there quickly. So.
Okay. Where is my big pile of dice? That's a good point. There it is. Blending in amongst all the other dice. All right. So yeah, after what seems a very, very long time for the other two of them, you have cut through the door with a size approximately 2 by 6 foot. It's a bit rough around the edges, but as you get to like the last few inches, you basically just go fuck it and boot it in. Could you all roll initiative, please?
Okay.
Oh, fun.
I will roll. Okay, get your.
Oh wait, never mind.
Click
I
on
have to
your-
try that
click
again.
on your character.
I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 1 second.
Oh yeah, that is one.
Very important to remember to actually click your character.
And don't forget they have 22. Or
Oh wait. Okay, I gotta try that again. I guess. Or
yeah, sorry, I hadn't put the initiative queue up.
okie doke. Rip.
So,
well, this is going to be nice.
Varric,
Is it-
upon kicking the door in, notices the last second there is a bright red light about 2 meters behind the door, and steps rather hurriedly sideways.
Ye-
Gonna.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
all to
God,
the
it's a-
squad. Cover!
What are you
It's a
moving
turret.
on the side for? Whoa!
Turret.
Ah, hell!
So you use your action to jump out of the way. However, it then drops a line of automatic fire directly down on you two. However, it misses Mr. Thumper, but it seems to have like spat out the first few dodgy rounds, and it has a successful hit against the officer.
Oh shit!
Unfortunately for the officer as well, it's not exactly the most pleasant of weapons to be hit by. I need to get more dice out, sorry. I would do it on the macro, but I don't want to kind of concern you with the maximum potential damage available.
Alright.
Because then you'll
Yeah,
be
I
like, oh no, what if you don't want to ever go through doors again? It gets really boring.
Hmm.
Don't
What do
worry.
you mean I only have 10 hit points?
I don't know, 12.
So, seemingly, you can tell by the sort of chatter of the turret that it's not feeding smoothly. It seems like almost every other round is misfeeding or something, but it still hits you for like 8 good shots on you.
8
And
damage.
it does you 8 damage across sort of your lower body,
Ooh.
as the angle of fire is such that it's trying to aim for the center of mass on David, but because you're staying right behind him and it just missed him, yeah, it sort of shoots you in like generally the legs.
So
You've got a decent amount of ballistic armor there, but it's fucked you up.
Oof.
yeah, this is my current hit point total at the moment. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
And we'll try to save you later.
I am still alive.
Well, you're on your own then.
So it is now Mr. Thumper's go.
Well, first thing, shit. I should probably try to shoot it or something.
Aye. Oh.
Can I shoot it from behind the wall?
No.
Well, shit.
Toss a nade in.
Can I remain behind the wall and toss a nade in?
Yes. That's
Good.
the whole idea. That's the whole idea of a grenade.
No.
Let's actually center this so it's looking in the right direction. No, that looks dumb.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a nade. What's the roll? Was it? Much of a roll last time.
Dex roll to see if you hit,
Yeah.
and then if you hit, I'll get you to roll damage. You pull a grenade and basically just slap it through the hole where the door's been cut out. And yeah, could you roll me could you roll me 2 d8s, please?
2d8s. Yes, sir. Yeet! This is the American way.
Damn,
The turret is not looking too enthusiastic, but it's, hard to tell it's a turret.
Nah, you can't really see faces too much.
It's basically there's quite a bit of, the short-term smoke coming out of the doorway. Friedrich, it's your go.
Rushing to the wall, the nearest wall, and I start to hug it. I shout towards Varric, pump it full of lead.
Hey, sir. Oh, come on.
You do not have a line of fire on it, so you take the shortest distance and can then make an appropriate firing action at it. But you can take 1 step.
Okay, so go there and fire.
Seeing that your turn is next up, you can move out of the way
Yep.
in case
We
something
could just
happens.
abuse that, just keep poking in and out.
Oh yes.
Let's see. Fuck. I'll semi-auto it.
Alright.
Yeet.
Ooh, that's a bad shot.
Yeah, not the best shot.
You, in your hurry to try and get the shot off and not, get shot in return, your burst does not do any effective hits. You've planked some bullets off its armored casing, but none have found any telling strikes.
Oof.
Okay.
I'll try again.
And with that, it's your go again, Marek.
Great. I'll hot snap back into cover. Might toss a nade in, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Let's toss a need. Oh, it's a save. Fuck.
Roll normal dexterity. Just press on the button of dexterity.
Oof. Oof. Don't think it matters
You
too much.
managed to
the
wing
need
the
was.
grenade into the room, but with like the still there's a bit more of the smoke in the air from the last one. You don't quite get it on target. But could you roll me a d6, please?
Oof, that was a terrible need. Oof.
The grenade seems to barely even go off. It seems to have gone off while it was mid-bounce, so it's just sort of
Just
the surrounding
blows the room
area.
full of shrapnel. Oof. Well, that was gay.
So, you can hear the turret spooling up for a second go. However, it appears that it doesn't. Well, from the mad scattering of shots that go past you through the doorway, you're not quite sure if it was targeting you or if it's just, firing in a straight line. But it's a bit unsettling.
What is it with the automatic fucking robots in this place?
Oof.
But then now we know actually if that the ship is ancient, seeing that it uses AI in the form of turrets. Oh god, it uses turrets.
So, Thumper.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Well,
Not sure if you're going to want to rename this chapter from the deepest lore to maybe Tourette's syndrome or something, but that's up to you afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
well, it is Turret's syndrome.
If I had
Yes,
thought
Tourette's.
ahead with names for these, I would, but I quite like where you're going with them.
The deepest love.
Well, I guess I gotta go out there. Wait, did it just not shoot Varric, right?
It didn't hit anyone, no. It just kind of fired into the corridor to keep us suppressed.
Okay, I'm just gonna do another grenade. Just in case.
Alright. Keep track of your grenades. I know how many you had.
I had 4, now I have 2. With this one I'm throwing.
You managed to get the grenade into the room, but it doesn't quite go where you want it to. Could you roll me a d6, please?
Yes, sir.
America.
That's... Well, okay then.
Right.
Yep.
Friedrich.
Oh, Varric, can you please pump it full of lead again?
You got it, sir. We're full
I will give you one of my magazines in return
Yep.
if you kill it.
There we go.
Well then.
You managed to get this time, as you seem to be sort of anticipating how the turret fires. You managed to quickly get in, burst a quick line of shots down range, and you shred the turret. Well, you seem to shred bits of the turret. Its firing mechanism, at least, like its little sensor light, just winks out, and it appears to be smoking gently.
Just a quick reminder, how many rounds is it on 4? So 10, 12.
12,
14.
all automatic.
Mm.
Why 12, you say, when 10 would make more sense? I don't know. Maybe I'll change that in the future. Because 10 makes more sense.
I toss one of my magazines towards Varric. I promise it's a promise.
Alright, thank you,
It is
sir.
assault
I'll be
magazine.
nice. I'm going to say it is 10, because actually that makes more sense across the board.
Because you can do 3 full bursts.
Yeah.
I, for one, dedicate
Hell
this
yeah.
victory to the dynasty.
Salute. Alright,
Yeah.
I'll do my 5-point turn.
I'm just basically doing like joke talents at this point. Well, features.
So yeah, the lights are pretty much out in the room by this point. They were on very faintly in the background, but you are now going to have to rely on your torches again.
Okay.
Okay, I will use a medkit as well.
I was gonna roll some perception.
What do I need to roll for my medkit?
Let me check my
There's a
dummy
medicine
character sheet.
skill.
A medicine check, yes.
Who has the highest wisdom?
I've got 13, so...
Yeah, don't ask me.
I have a 6.
Alright! I'll heal you up.
I
So.
passed the medkit. Can you fix this, please?
Yeah, hold on, Sarmo.
Then.
Let me think how that works for a second. So it's a D4. You're in a non-combat situation, so you're rolling for sort of skill at doing it. What would that be? You have a wisdom modifier +1, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Can you roll me a D4 then, Stu?
Okay.
Based on roll 1, based on
Ooh,
roll
fuck. Fuck.
Cool. So, yeah, I'm going to say you get 5 hit points back, as Stu does a very competent check.
But the damage is that horrific, I couldn't do that much, apparently.
Yeah. You got lit up by what you can now see appears to be a light machine gun.
Yep. Boom and loop. Boomer.
And I have to write off my medkit.
Yes.
Medkit
Well then.
consumed.
I'd say, could you each roll a survival check for me?
Sure.
Oof.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Shit.
the
So,
boomer
Both,
survived.
we got both
Thumper,
extremes.
despite his earlier ineptitude when it comes to how gas torches work, quickly realizes that the room has a faint haze to it, which doesn't seem
Oh no.
good, shall we say.
Shit. Shit.
This smells
Um,
like
You can basically, what in the other room was, pristine white painted metal like casings. This room, it's kind of chipped and scarred from all the grenade explosions. And some of it appears to be leaking some kind of yellow liquid. Not much, just enough that it's making the air around it a little fuzzy.
I don't think that's
You
soda.
conclude you've got about a minute left in this room before you're going to need to leave, because it's going to start affecting your suits.
Vision. Oh,
We should probably, lads, we should probably get out of here. I don't think that
Oh.
liquid right there, soda.
Well,
What is wrong? I don't see anything.
I'll very quickly...
Don't look down, 'cause you're not gonna see soda. That's all I'm saying.
I'll do a quick perception check before we leave to see what's actually in this room that's interesting, if I do something very quickly.
Sim.
Okay, just before they go.
Is that an Arcana just for the fun of it? See how about the equipment in here?
You conclude that there's a few control panels, but again, they've all gone inactive. The lights are very dim. All you can see is the shiny, sort of plastic-coated metal surfacing in the room. Some of which appears to be very slightly on fire, but you're not too certain.
Alright, fuck it. Let's
But,
bail.
yeah, it's...
Run.
Okay, I know you Germans like to experiment, but we gotta get out, or that soda's gonna
Move
throw us out.
now. Move now is you. Fucking American. Swine.
Excuse me.
I love the fog of war effect because we just go off into the blackness and keep on arguing.
Okay, we need to brace. So get so far away as possible.
Yep.
Seeing that they might explode. Oh,
Oh, I just thought I was knockout soda.
oh, get the torch.
Yeah, get the torch. Hold up here. Right, let's start cutting this cunt open as well.
All right.
I'll make a smaller
So-
hole for at first this
I'll
time.
just move a bit away.
Yep.
And
Make an
also
eye
keep an
hole
eye on the other.
first.
Actually, I'm gonna keep an eye on this door, just in case.
That door is still open, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at that. Okay, I won't have a look at that because there's nothing to see.
Okay.
At least as far as he is concerned.
Alright. I'll make the Arcana to operate the blowtorch.
Yep.
Oof.
I will see if I can help.
You don't
Wait,
seem
wait,
to
wait.
quite get the gas mixture right again. You've knocked it somehow when you've been moving it, and it seems very sluggish to actually cut through anything.
Ugh.
And also the torch, where it was burning with mostly a blue flame, is burning with a slightly green flame at present.
Yeah,
Oh,
David's gonna tell him, wait.
I'll
We should
disengage
probably
it.
lock the door. We need to close the doors.
We can't lock the door. We have got a hole in it.
We need to do something, man. It's spreading.
The fucking soda.
Just like
Shite.
you Americans, but it doesn't mean that. Never mind. I will go to the containers to see if we can plug the hole with anything as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll leave the kit here then and just kind of move over to the store.
Yep.
Do you think we could take the remains of the turret and just pull them inwards to the hole we made and then just plug it?
I'd like to see you try. The thing is bolted down.
See if there's any
like
adhesive foam or some shite. Maybe that'll do the job.
Yes, I want to see if there is any foam in here. Or at least a foam sprayer.
You don't find anything in those like the containers. It appears to all just be sort of manual, like
Tools.
I guess mining tools you'd call them, as like a general group.
Okay.
There's
Then
nothing for like delicate work or like fixing things. It all appears to be for like specific demolition tasks.
Ah,
Varric,
Well, shit.
yeah, is that?
David, let's go to the other door. There is supposed to be some ripcord in here.
Is it the same as last
Okay.
time?
David's just gonna keep an eye out in case there's something behind that door.
Yes. Keep an eye out.
Alright.
Skog, standard
Yep.
ripcord.
Yep, it's the same type as the one on the opposite door.
Let's see. 17.
Cool. You managed to, again, fairly smoothly pull the door open. And as I say, in this occasion as well, it stays open once you have pulled the cord. I did not draw the interior of this room because I really couldn't be fucked. Inside, you find various racks of what appears to be slightly oversized clothing, all fairly rough weather gear. You've got some like unarmored void suits, a couple of the very basic old spacesuit style ones. Mostly what you've got appears to be just sort of big hazmat suit style things, but it's all just sort of nicely organized on hangers on like a big, almost all the wall long rack. The other side's got a few little workbenches and things for doing minor repairs to such suits.
Can David try to just sweep the room?
Yep.
Okay, he's gonna try with perception, and then just let's sweep the
Investigation
room.
would work, right?
True.
Yep, that would work too.
Yeah. Should I probably take that instead, or?
What's your
No,
higher?
it's all functional.
Okay.
So the officer spends a bit more time having a look at certain things, which you guys have a look around the room, point out anything particularly interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, so you find a few hazmat suits, some basic work overalls. On a hook by one of the benches, you find a welding mask. That potentially come in helpful.
I tossed it to Varric. Hey, maybe we need this one instead.
Nah,
It
you
has
should
a highly adjustable strap on it, so you reckon you could probably wear it over your helmet. It just might be a bit cumbersome, and obviously it's going to limit your vision.
But yeah,
But
the mask is definitely gonna help.
But doesn't it always also work as armor?
Not
one or two.
particularly.
Against one or two bullets.
You don't reckon it's ballistic grade, put it that way.
Oh.
It might
Shame.
help you out a little bit, but you wouldn't want to get shot.
Ah. Well then. Anything to plug the hole with?
Short
wicked.
of bundling up a bunch of like the suits, not really.
It's like,
We can make a retarded,
Hey.
like...
bright side, we can at least go into hazmat suits, yeah?
If you
No,
would like
That's
to,
the
yes.
American way.
I don't know if the hazmat suit will do anything different than our void suit, seeing that we run on external oxygen with that.
True. But okay.
Do you want to do an
Okay.
insight test?
Hmm?
Or an intelligence test, or any other relevant ones? Let me check the list, because there's never the ones I'm thinking there are.
There is an insight, yes.
Yeah, there's insight.
Yeah, let's go with insight then.
Let's try inside, yes.
Right,
Oh.
there we go. Whoa! Oh, that
You
just
rolled
happened all
3
over.
times.
I'm gonna take
Yeah,
the first
I tried to roll once and then it didn't roll. And then
Oh,
I tried
you-
again and again.
Suspect that although the suits are going to slow you down, if you're wearing them, it should protect your void suits and armor from any particularly airborne. Proof against, vacuum, not against like
Corrosion.
chemicals.
Well then, let's put this one on.
Well,
You have spent
guess
a little
we gotta be
while
rebels.
struggling into the suits. They are quite difficult to get on, and you have to obviously readjust all of your webbing and everything that you're wearing over the top of them. But you can get into your suits. Could you
Right.
you will all take a temporary -2 to your dexterity.
Oh man.
That will affect all tests, so if you could just apply that directly to your stats.
Nice, my
Just
dex
for
is
convenience.
14
A
temporary.
-2 as in a -2 modifier or a negative
Just -2 points,
score?
so -1 modifier basically.
6.
So say you had 12 points, you'd be down to 10.
Okay, 14 instead.
That will also affect your armor class, as
Not
you
for
will
me.
lose any dexterity bonus.
Oh, any dexterity.
Well, it reduces your dexterity because you are slower. However, that doesn't affect you if you're standing still. because your
that
standing
means
still bonus is still,
16.
the flak armor.
Mm.
So if I have 18, that would be 16, correct?
Actually-
Yes.
Yes.
You couldn't have 18 though.
No, 16 is the
Hmm?
max.
You are capped at 16 armor class.
No, not armor class.
Oh yeah, but no,
Dexterity.
dexterity would be reduced.
And
Basically, it's because these hazmat suits are quite chunky. They are not.
so the armor class is reduced by 2 and the dexterity is reduced by 1.
Well, the armor
Or-
class is reduced by 1. The stats
Yeah.
are reduced
Oh,
by
okay.
2.
So for me, it's still 16.
Let's say if you have a higher dex in the armor, then you can move as freely. That was a bit of a faff, but it's because there isn't the option on the character sheets like I'm used to, or people just having the flat-footed or whatever.
Yep.
So I keep getting notifications from Discord, and I keep checking it to make sure it's not one of you guys trying to send me like covert questions.
Oof.
In this case, it was someone pouring gasoline on a fire with the person able to EU, the gasoline being labeled Article 13, and the fire being rising Euroscepticism.
I love Dom.
Mayhaps, Doom. So, you've got the suits on. You reckon that you should now be proof against pretty much anything. However, obviously, if the suits get punctured, you're back to square one, and you're wearing a big clumsy suit.
True.
Mm-hmm.
But at least we won't die from weird ass gas.
Yes. You
Yeah,
won't
you
die
want
from
weird
the
ass
weird
gas.
ass. Weird ass gas.
Wait, weird ass gas. This is a Nazi ship.
Oh,
Let's
fuck.
go back with the blowtorch. Let's see if we can do something about this one. Once again.
Yeah. You can notice, even through like the 2 separate visors that some of you are wearing now, that the air is looking a little hazy.
There we go.
So, Varric, as the man on the blowtorch, what is your intention for cutting this door?
I'll cut a small hole this time, a medium hole, just so it... Basically, so we can potentially not get shot instantly as soon as we open it.
How big, how far up, sort of thing?
I'll make a dog hatch.
Okay, at like dog hatch proportions?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Cutting it fairly near the floor, probably about a foot across by a foot across.
Yeah, because I can extend it if we need more.
Cool. Yep, that'll take you a little while. When you get it to the last bit, where it's basically hanging by the last, few centimeters of metal, how do you want to proceed?
I guess I'll just try and stand off to the side and kick in quickly.
Okay.
Or just like smash it
So
with
if you want to
the button again.
stand how you were standing, so I can proportion it. So you've got another little cat flap in the door.
Yep.
You can't see that. Get that so you can see. There we go.
Alright, I guess I have to move.
I just realised it doesn't actually intersect over here either.
Guess I have to move up to the cat flap.
Yeah, so you can kick it in. It's quite low down, but I will. So you've kicked the hatch in. There is now a small cat flap in the door. So you want to have a look at it then, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'll shine a
So
torch
you have
in.
to sort of pretty much lie prone to look in, but
Can I shine the light first before I lie down prone through, like, angle it?
yep, that is a thing that you can do.
Just to set off any motion. Actually, motion sensors want to pick up light, so that's not going to work.
Well, if
Can I just throw, like, a
move
coin
the-
in or some shit?
Yeah, you can throw like summit. to hand.
I could
There's
throw
probably
a
like
ration
little
over.
chunks of metal you've got
Oh yeah, actually, I'll
from.
use that.
You throw in a little chunk of metal, nothing happens.
Okay.
Also, Varric, you have that one extra magazine, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I guess I'll lie prone then and try and shine a light in for a closer look.
Cool. As you look through the hatch, you can see a smooth white metal box by the look of it, and on top of it is
Oof.
We're sandwiched between turrets. Again.
It doesn't appear to have noticed you, but you can see a very faint red light up near the ceiling.
Okay, I'll quickly retreat back and say to squad, hi, another turret's in there. Hasn't he noticed me yet, by the looks of it.
Should we just leave it?
Yeah, that's what I think, honestly.
But how do...
We just walk around the metal boxes, like so, and we just leave the room.
Okay, get a blowtorch, because I most likely think we will be needing them.
Right.
Well,
You're
I think it
closest.
sounds like you're bringing the blowtorch.
Yeah, you're bringing the blowtorch.
You're fucking American.
Excuse me, but does it look like I have extra heads?
Can we shut this door, by the way?
No.
Shit.
That's the thing.
Oh, I
That's
guess
why I
we're
noticed.
I guess we're stuck in these cumbersome hazmats then for a bit.
Well, is
Yeah.
this door still open?
If the door has a green line across it, it is open.
Well, this one was really slowly closing, so I don't
But
know
it
if it
did
stopped
close.
midway. Does it have manual overrides?
No.
Oh, so we're gonna have to cut this gun open as well.
Well then, you know what to do.
Alright.
It's a blowtorch.
Oh well.
I will...
Regulate the gas.
I don't know
if
what to do with this one.
I will try.
Oof.
Okay, one more.
Oof.
As I said, I am terrible at this.
We all bumble around with the thing that looks up.
Yeah, it takes you a while. You sort of keep flickering it between getting the right
The
ratio.
Three
of gas.
Stooges
You basi-
attempt to open a door.
After a little bit of time, though, you do manage to cut a well. How big a hole do you want to cut through the door?
Probably a man-sized one this time.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you do want to cut it, obviously, just through the middle of the door. Same again.
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
that should do.
So once again, you are greeted with the sight of the room you left earlier.
Right. Since the door's closed there? Is that door closed?
No, that one is still
Is
open.
that still
It's still open.
Alright, fuck. Okay, yeah, 'cause
Which
I just see
brings-
green line.
That.
Yeah, it's
The
Like-
American brings the torch.
Okay.
Obviously, because I can see behind the darkness, it's hard to tell
Okay, I
where
will
the lines are.
bring the torch. I just can't move the animation.
Right,
Yeah,
thing.
I've locked it apparently.
Those are the airlocks from what I remember. Yep.
That is the airlock for our... Let me just...
It's up there, yeah.
That is our goal.
Okay, right, blowtorch time again.
Well, there we
Oh
go.
no.
Um,
Oh no. Oh no!
I
Okay.
can try.
Maybe
No.
not.
I see
I
you
can't
two
find-
I see you two fumbling with it and just grab the torch and the tanks out of your guys' hands. Okay. Let's see how the German engineering would do.
That's
Man-sized
2 crit
hole
fails.
and a crit success.
Yeah,
Which basically
I'm gonna
means I
say that.
burn my fingers off.
Yeah, okay, I know how I'm doing this. Right. So you're going for how big a hole through this door then?
Man-sized?
Okay. You get up to the top end. Basically, you start at the start about waist high, go up, and then down. You go back to waist high, and then you start going down and then around, and you get to the bottom, and you've got a good 2 feet of metal left, but you've now run out of gas.
Oh, fuck.
Hmm.
Okay, Well, I guess we're going to bash this cunt in with the rest of that metal, but I don't know if we've got enough strength to do that with what's left.
How heavy is that gas tank?
The gas tanks are generally around 10-15 kilos.
We could
So
battering
it's a big
ram
pressure
it,
vessel.
Yes, you know what I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
Alright, everyone,
We're going
get
medieval on
battering.
this ass.
So, having unshipped
that?
one of the, you hope, empty canisters from the
Yeah.
trolley, you then proceed to work together. I'm going to take the combined
What?
roll as the effect to
Athletics?
yeet this door in.
Pure athletics check.
Yep.
1, 2,
And David.
American?
Oh, athletics. Yes.
Mr. Thumper can roll the dice.
Jesus, it's taking a while. There you go.
1, 2, 3.
Together, you manage to batter in the last part of the door. And which one are you standing at the front, just for my...
The
I do believe
American.
that's yeah, Varric.
Alright, go that way
Oh,
then.
So the Scotsman is the front.
Yep,
you're getting shot.
yeah, probably. Oh shit.
Yep.
Alright, initiative.
3.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
So you
I'm
batter
sorry.
the door in, at which point you can see this turret.
How have the turrets still got power?
Probably like
When
lithium
everything is out of-
batteries.
How does one small ship have so many turrets? So close to one another.
It's a scout ship.
Yes, scout ship, not a turret ship.
That's why they aren't on the outside. They're on the inside.
That makes no sense.
So, could you roll me a dexterity save to see if you move
Alright.
while you were deliberating what to do next? You managed to stay still enough that you don't reckon it's seen you.
Ooh.
Cover.
Also, blame German engineering. Yeah, good.
So Varric has the point, and you are still holding this 15 kilo gas tank, which isn't on its own that heavy, but as
Okay.
I'm sure you can attest, or anyone who's held something heavy for a long period of time, they get heavier.
Drop it.
So as Varric dives out of the way, I'm gonna make a reflex save myself. Oh,
No.
so you've got a you've got an armor class of what at the moment, Mr. Thumper?
13?
Wait, what? Oh, plus your armor.
Because the hazmat.
You should still have
plus-
like 14, 15 at least, yeah.
Yeah, he has. What is your dexterity modifier at the moment? +3.
My dexterity modifier, it was -2, so at the
No,
moment it's 16, meaning I have 3. The modifier
I
is
don't
3.
think your dex is that bad, is it?
He has a 16.
Yeah.
16.
It's-
Okay.
Hmm.
So, I will say though that you were knocked backwards by a brief burst of, like, fairly heavy ammunition just mashing into your body. Your armor does stop the bullets, however, the bullets don't stop. You don't stop the bullet.
Oh,
You are knocked backwards and are knocked prone.
oh, fun.
Would you like to roll initiative?
No, actually, I
shit.
kind of don't want to, but I'm kind of forced by my GM.
I'm not knocked out, am I?
No, you're just not
18.
prone.
Oh shit, boy,
sorry,
that is an
what?
on-point initiative.
And you didn't
Yeah,
click
but
your own character.
I know. I realized my mistake.
That's fine.
Still
I
gonna
can
act as last
update
one.
it.
Hmm.
No, I'll apply it. As long as it's got
It's
something on the
just
board, I can apply it too. Now,
it's. Oh
this
wait.
is where it gets rather trickier. As yeah, they've actually they've actually got quite similar stats. I hadn't realised that. So, Barrick, you have just seen your comrade get yeeted across the room by what appears to be heavy slug fire.
Oh, fuck. Ugh, god damn it. Fucking kids. Alright. I'm gonna full auto this cunt. I do have to move
Alright.
first, though, to do it.
You'll need to step into the line of fire
Yeah.
to do the burst.
I'm gonna full auto.
Cool.
Oof.
In your hurry to fire, you sort of just shoot wide of the target for the most part and light up the room. However, you do get a better view at the room you're looking into.
Yeah.
So, there's that. That's not convenient.
Oh god.
Well, Chad,
Well-
seeing that our DM is kinda gone at the moment for a small while.
Yep. Alright, let's see who's watching. We've got one person watching now. Oof. Oof.
Oof.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
son.
saw there was nothing in the comments, so I turned off.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Oof.
Yeah, I think so.
Nobody
as well.
wants to watch us. Oof. Okay,
It's
so
not bad, but
I'm
it's
gonna
not
read. I'm
bad.
gonna read the chat from Discord just to keep the recording entertained. Gaswas Bro in the Tales chat says, "God damn it! Why does it have to be so damn hard for a hive mind to free people from the burden of free will in Stellaris?"
I see somebody's going commie.
Yeah. Jesus.
Idea.
Stellaris is pretty good. And also, Bill's put some in the bourgeoisie. New resource finds fitting employment for semi-retired boomers. When he retired after a career of 33 years, Mark Savory wasn't quite ready to completely leave the workforce yet. But he wasn't ready to take on another traditional full-time position either. Also, look at the picture. He looks like a fucking boomer. Like an unironic one.
He has the boomer face.
Yes.
You mean he does the boom and bloom?
Yes. Boomer. Oh, do you know what we should play? Where's the bot? Let's put the Soviet theme on now that we're actually fighting again.
Yes.
Copy link.
Man, I missed last set just because it was so mimetic. Oh god. This is gonna be like a Pokemon battle theme.
Yeah. Right. Pasta, what's been happening in the news?
Oh, like just generally in the news?
Besides Brexit, because that's the obvious one. I don't really want to get into that on the stream at the minute.
Well, so far, like, just in general or here in Norway?
In general, and then tell us about Norway.
Well, you have America, but then again, that's old news at this point. With like, with the, I do believe it was the Senate and the House and all that, the midterm elections.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Oh, there we go.
Right. Yeah,
Hey.
I've got to go and let someone into a house in a bit.
Okay, well, we could.
What?
It's the rare chance of I have the house key and the room key spare at the moment because one of the other tenants has moved out.
Huh?
Hooray!
Well,
Sorry-
here's what
sorry
we
about
can do. Depending on how long you've got, we can maybe do this combat and then probably pause the session. We could always do that. Just
that. It's fine. It's like less than 5 minutes away. It's
alright.
literally I need to go and give the guy the keys. That's all it is.
Okay.
So I'm good to keep going. Sorry about the interruption.
I've put this on
Um,
because I think some music would line things up for peeps.
So it was your go. You failed to hit. It is now Mr. Thumper's.
Oh,
Who is currently lying prone on the floor, having just been yeeted backwards.
yeah. Can I stand up?
Yeah. You can stand up
Okay.
and do a small move as your move action.
Yeah. Will that be basically like a half action, right?
You can do a half move and stand up. Or you can just stand up, or you can lie on the ground and, crawl around like a slug.
Can I
Like
crawl
Ozzy.
around and try to shoot it?
I mean, you can try.
Okay, I'm gonna try to crawl over here, and then try to shoot it.
Cool. I probably should have put the spaceship sounds on in the background at some point, but whoops.
Hmm.
Well, I did have them on,
Pretty
but that
much,
was the
yeah.
4K one, so... Let me resume
Yeah,
this. Hold on. I forgot to put on repeat.
We're gonna try to shoot there.
I'm
I should
assuming
probably-
you meant the what's it called? The 40k spaceship background noise rather than the techno anthem.
Well, you wanted me to put that back on?
Well, it's currently playing the techno anthem, so
When this is over, I'll resume sounds anyway.
What did we do for the accuracy again?
what do you mean by the accuracy?
I'd like to see if I hit.
Basically, that's all DM shiz usually.
Yeah, it's
In
on my
D&D,
side.
Yeah.
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 Basically, DC is kept secret most of the time.
Okay, I just did.
You just
not
roll and see
remember
what
how we
happens,
did
yeah.
did that last
Yeah,
time.
just roll the hit and I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay, I guess I'll do semi then.
Oof.
You try and squeeze off some shots without trying to get in with the sight of the turret, and yeah, you miss. Make sure you're recording your ammunition if you want to discuss.
Yep. There we go. And moves off.
And it is now the turret's go. The turret can currently draw a bead onto Thumper and slightly onto Varric.
Oof.
So it's going to take a shot at Thumper and it's taking a shot at Varric.
Boy.
Wait, I can
whoops.
double shoot?
So it
Have you
fires
seen-
one burst. Oops. The right pair of dice. I can totally tell what the difference between those two dice is. The first burst at Mr. Thumper deals him 4 damage, as this time the shots catch him in areas where his armor is slightly weaker. But the shots against Varric go wide.
Oof.
Så then, 4 damage for Sutanta.
Oh,
And that's my
I'm
phone
gonna
again.
die.
Sorry.
What?
Give me the fucking keys.
What a mad lad.
Let me hit them keys, boy.
At least we get a nice deja vu orchestral cover.
Mm-hmm.
The boss battle of this episode, a single turret boy.
Right, sorry about that. The tenant who had lost their keys has since found them again.
Hey!
So I don't have to do anything.
Nice.
So,
The best kind of job.
Shit, this music's really epic, listen.
Is this an orchestral version of
Yep.
Yes.
what's,
Deja vu.
that is Deja Vu.
This is quite nice, actually.
It makes me think
It
of
gives you that Final
both-
Fantasy music vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, both Final Fantasy, Super Smash Bros, and for some reason Ace Attorney, all at
Okay.
once.
It also
Barrack?
gives me weird Halo vibes because Mario Donald has weird songs like this as well.
Derek, I want you to do something, because I'm going to do something really fucking stupid now.
Alright.
I want you to push me out of the way when your turn is.
Okay.
And when it's your turn. Because
Screw the optics. Going in.
screw the optics. Full auto.
You are not quite so used to handling the assault rifle, and although you get a lot of shots on target, none of them are telling, unfortunately. And you yeet 10 rounds into this turret, and it just sort of goes plink, 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 plink.
Does I can't move out of the way afterwards?
You've taken a minor move action, so no.
Hmm.
By the inconvenient rules of 2 actions.
Okay. The inconvenient rule of 2 actions. Derek,
Alright.
use your
I
push me away with your one
Yeah.
action.
Can I shove him back to where he was out of the way?
Yep. You are, for the most part, in the heavier cover section of the doorway,
Okay.
so it is much harder to hit you there than the other side, which is more open.
Do I stay where I am or do I move with him?
You can stay where you are.
Alright, cool. That's fine. That's hilarious. I just
You
slapped
still
him.
have your action. You've just used your move action to basically just like kick your officer sideways.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, based on this shot, you probably slightly mistime it and kick him early.
Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna fire a. I'll fire a semi this time. Burst as in.
Cool.
Oof.
Ooh.
Your burst lands on target, and you do some damage to its optics. If it'll give me the fucking mouse back. There you go.
Well, but screw the optics.
Yep, literally, screw the optics, I'm going in.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll put the ship noises back.
Yes, yes.
So it is, once again, Mr. Thumper.
Well, dang. Just glad I didn't die there. Okay, Thumper. Oh, he's just gonna go full. Can he stand up and then shoot?
You can, yes.
Well, he's feeling suicidal. He's feeling American. He stands up, and he does a full shot.
Oh, that is a true American right there.
You stand up, like, brace against your back foot, and just pound this thing. Not all of the shots land true, however, you notice it has taken significant damage. It is not looking quite as durable as it was.
So it's gonna pound it like those super chats.
Also, as an aside, the tarantula turret is just a fizz rep. It's not actually what it looks like.
Hmm.
But I couldn't find a convenient asset that was, you know, crisp.
Is that the round table from Aliens?
Why do they have a turret on a round table?
He is the
The
turret
turret's
of
all
the
over
round
the ceiling.
table, the knight.
Just,
It's fucking Arthur. He became a turret.
Who will win, the 3 Stoogie Spurks or 1 turrety boy?
So, this time, the turret has ascertained what is shooting it and attempts to drop a burst of fire onto Mr. Thumper. However, Due to the damage it's taken, its optics are not as aligned as it should be, and it sprays it harmlessly down the corridor.
Yes.
Like the corridor past you, basically. So yeah, that's a thing that's happened now.
Ain't bad, my dude.
Hey.
Friedrich.
Jawohl. Well, same plan.
Yep, I'll kick you out.
I
Up.
stumble back up, rush towards the door. Screw the optics. I'm going in raw.
True American.
Ah!
It's at this point you are pretty sure you've shot out most of its targeting equipment, so you're not too sure though. Yeah, it's not. It's still trying to track your movement very slightly, but it's crunchy. I think that's the correct verbiage. Barak.
Alright, I'll kick him out the way again. Right.
The big yeet.
Yep. And I'll go for another burst. Oh shit, son.
You're getting quite practiced at the whole step out, snap fire, step back in, and you manage to drop 3 rounds almost straight down its main optic sighting, with the shots below it falling into its servos, and yeah, that gun it just sort of sags gently to the floor and the lights go out.
Oof.
Eat.
Big heat.
The gun itself, hanging from the mountings, is now pointing straight down at the table.
How
Well
sad.
then. Kick.
It'd be quite difficult for you to climb up on the table and then kick it, but you're welcome to try.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the blowtorch with me forwards.
Okay,
Oh.
I've
Let's blow it.
got 1 round left in my mag, so I'm gonna reload and keep the 1 round spare.
10 rounds in my mag.
I got in my mag. I got 12. Just enough for a full round.
Do with that as you will. You're not in combat. You have all the time in the world.
Just going to ask David, what is your amount of health left?
8.
8. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I had 2 pens in here and now I have no pens in here.
Hey, it's all fine.
How do pens
I'll
suddenly-
survive. I'll
Yes, yes.
survive.
Yes, you will survive. Okay.
He just tries to walk up to the table and just kicks the turret.
Oof.
A lot of high kicks going on today.
Ta-ta.
Basically, to stand on, if you're standing on the table, you could probably just about reach the control panel, but it would be at face height.
Okay, let's see.
Set.
Control panel is currently smoking quite
Let's
heavily.
examine
If
the
I
room.
try.
Oh!
Yeah, boy!
You managed to basically do a
Kick it.
backflip, kicking it in the process. Which everyone is quite surprised at, considering you're wearing a hazmat suit and carrying an assault
son.
rifle while you do it.
Where'd you learn
Yeah.
that?
This is why I
These
put.
guys current military.
This is why I trained acrobatics.
It's good if you have decks, especially. You
Yeah.
know. Which door should we breach first? Because it's 3 of them.
So we should maybe take the lower one. Or no?
Yeah, we'll go down
Work
first.
our way upwards.
Well then, manual override or not?
What kind of lock is it, Skog, this one?
This has a console panel that is off, and is otherwise a smooth, featureless door.
Okay, let's
It's a
examine the
blowtorch.
other ones first.
Oh,
See if
wait.
any of them can
We
be
don't
opened
have the
easily.
blowtorch anymore.
Because you have no blowtorch.
This one?
all the doors appear to be the same. However, one says, what's the word? One says recreational quarters. One of them says storage alpha. The other one says canteen.
Your lads want to eat?
I was thinking we go to storage alpha first, see if there are more tools there.
Yes.
Unless,
If they got booms, I'm in.
yeah.
This is Alpha.
Yes, that is the alpha storage.
Just for
Okay.
reference, where is the canteen?
The canteen is the opposite.
Okay.
Let's
Right,
see.
well, we need to go get the tank again, use that as a battering ram.
Yes. So.
He,
I was gonna bring it, but I can't move it.
Okay.
Give me a second. Sorry, I'll. If you want to draw your own asset for it, then you guys can move it around.
yeah,
Sure.
I'll draw.
At this point,
sh-
it's just a rather
okay.
phallic shape because it's just the tank. I'm assuming that you're using.
Okay,
not
I'll
taking
find
the
a
whole,
less
like,
phallic
little
color.
car.
Hold on.
There.
Okay.
We've all drawn
That's
our
much
own
better.
ones. No, we can't do this.
No,
big
the square is perfect.
Yeah, that works. And you can literally move it as well. Like, just keep moving it around.
1, 2.
Anyone not familiar with what what it looks like, I have posted a picture of a set in the chat.
Oh,
I know, but-
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It took me a small moment to realize what it is.
Alright, heave ho, lads. Ugh, I'm not feeling so good. Ugh.
Carrying it is
Scotland
kinda-
dies. Ugh.
Never mind that.
Oh,
Oofed.
America, come on.
So, come on, America.
Well, shit.
Can you save the day?
I say,
No,
can
not
you
really.
see?
Right. Some of you noticed that during the firefight, you've had like bullets strike your arms, and they're not hurt. You're just a bit dead armed, and
not really
you're not
feeling it.
feeling like you can just batter through this door with a 15-kilo gas tank right now.
Okay,
Oh, no.
guys, I have something that might help. Stand out of the way. Everyone stand at least 20 meters away.
Oh shit.
Don't blow it up.
Fuck it, I am blowing it up.
Oh,
You say 20 feet or 20 meters?
What about the next door?
Enough for them to get out of the blast area.
I'll leave that to their judgment.
Just gonna keep to the wall.
You can roll an insight test if you want to try and determine
Why not?
how far away you reckon that is.
Yeet.
Okay, let's see. So, placing 2 grenades
55.
as charges.
All right.
55 feet away.
And using the gas tank as a cover, so it would blow towards the door
All right.
instead of outside of the door, and using 2 grenades for it.
Okay.
I'm pulling a string through the pins, and as I run, I pull the string to pull the pins.
Okay. So improvise demolition charge. Cool. Let's roll a couple of dice then for those grenades. There is a rather dull, like, thudding pop and a lot of smoke. The grenades have definitely gone off. That is evident by the kind of puff of smoke that is appearing from around the gas tank. But they have not had the desired effect.
Well, the gas tank's
No.
empty, right?
Gas tank appears to have taken no superficial damage, at least. Sorry, non-superficial damage. Looking a little crispy on the edges.
Okay, I can take a shot at it. I'll use that one remainder bullet. I'll chamber that. I'll take the mag out and just chamber that one last round I had from the previous mag.
Okay.
I'll take a shot at the
Can I
tank.
shoot the gas tank?
Yeah.
Okay. You line up the shots and you fire pretty much straight into it. At which point, let me know what your reaction is upon firing. Just for like context for the rest of the room.
My reaction?
Yeah, are you gonna keep looking down your sights as you fire, or are you gonna fire and then duck, fire and then yeet into the air or something? I don't
I'm
know.
gonna like fire and then flip down to the floor away from it.
Okay. Cool, so you're gonna fire and then drop. Okay. Let's see what your damage translates into. Your bullet catches the tank just next to the regulator and blows the regulator clean off with the explosion and releases a gout of, I want to say, greenish flame for acetylene? For acetylene's not mixed with anything.
No.
And at which point, yeah, the gas tank hurtles to the other end of the room and crashes up against the wall.
Shit, son.
So that is a thing that has now occurred.
Oof.
I'm gonna have to reproportion this.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
Whoa, son.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa, son.
All right, let's try that again. So I'm not
What
quite
have you
sure how I
done?
managed that.
What have you done, people?
Well, I was going to move it, then someone else has. And as they're currently trying to move it, I cannot.
Oof.
No, you can.
There we go.
No, you.
Alright, it's a shrunk.
Because the only way for me to move this is to use the stretch functions, because I do not have apparently the option to manually just pick up the asset.
It's a massive lad now. Oof.
Alright, okay, roll 20's being a... Can someone just put it in the corner where
Just
my ping
delete
is?
it and draw a new one, that'd probably be best.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, where's the corner?
So it's a nice aesthetic pink colour, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, my roll 20's running like shit.
Oh, roll 20 has the big gay.
There we go, it's over there. So it's at the top corner of the room. Well then, the door is still in place. It's a little scorched, but it's there.
Oof.
What do?
Well, shit.
Is the door intact?
Seems to be, yeah. It's a little scorched. It's crisp white paint, and the label "Storage Alpha" is a little bit burned, but otherwise the door is.
Alright.
fine
Okay,
and
okay.
bright.
Here's what we do.
Da-
Go on.
No, David's gonna do a perception check to check if every explosive thing there has gone off.
Yep, there's like some chunks, but nothing big enough to be any live ammunition.
Okay, so
Okay.
it wouldn't go off.
Okay.
Okay, David's gonna run up to the door
Okay, I'm
and he's
just
gonna try to
gonna
ram it.
Hold
I'm
on.
just
hold
gonna
on.
wonder in the meantime.
Shit.
Do these turrets have a manual override? Usually turrets have a manual
Do you want to do an
override in
Arcana
case-
check on them?
Okay, yeah. We
Right,
could
you
literally
realise
just-
fairly quickly that although there is a fairly advanced AI running it, the weapon emplaced is a fairly standard weapon. It's just been
It just had AI
bolted
implemented
in,
into
sort
it.
of thing. It's also got an extended magazine on it, as obviously it's not having to be ported.
Yeah, we could literally just fire this gun at the door.
Don't do that as I'm trying to ram it, please.
Yeah.
Should you want to, you could unmount the gun and it would work as a heavy weapon, which is a weapon you must be standing still for at least a round before firing, but is otherwise usable.
How many rounds does it have in the magazine?
You're not entirely sure, but you reckon it's got a good 100 left.
Oh, David, can you move out of the way anyway? If you don't want to, I don't mind either way.
Can we just check if he managed to ram it or not first?
Yeah, sure. So you've got strength 14 against it.
Mm-hmm.
Your shoulder quite hurts, but the door is fine.
Okay, he just moves off and it's like,
Okay.
God damn it!
This is a normal dexterity check.
Yep, I can. I'll fill in the profile for the gun as you go. As you sort of weigh it in your hands.
Well, actually, I'm keeping it in the thing at the moment to keep it
Keep
mounted.
it based off of the dex, and I'll let you know because you were not proficient in it. And
and you can see that it quite clearly is not my MO.
Yep.
Mm.
So you're trying to fire at the door.
Yep.
You do manage to hit the door, but the bullets, for the most part, just sort of stick in the surface. A single pull of the trigger fires off.
10,
Sorry, excuse me.
10
A
rounds.
single pull of the trigger fires off. Well, from the spent casings, about 8 shots.
But then, we have 10 more shots to make. Or does anyone want to try this one?
Don't look at me, my shoulders hurt as fuck.
Oh, fire again?
Fire!
Alright, let's give that a go. Okay.
You get a good shot on the door, and you drop a short burst of what does appear to be lead into it.
Shit, so.
And as the shots fall down range, quite a lot of the shots penetrate the door. Clean through the metal. It's a fairly tight spread. Yeah. You got a good shot on the door. It has now got quite a few holes in it. However, the holes are approximately a centimetre across at most.
Right,
in a grouping of about a circular foot.
Alright, we're gonna need to fire again and get more holes in this thing.
Alright.
Let's weaken the door.
If you want to brace it and potentially just fire a sustained barrage,
Yep.
that is an option available to you.
Yep.
So the first volley, again, more bullets punch through the door. The gun is already feeling a little lighter with every time you fire.
Shit.
The recoil on it feels that little bit more. And yeah, you know, you've got a nice pile of brass building up next to you. There's a lot of holes in that door.
Okay, let us try and force the door open now, all of us, with the holes
All right.
into it.
You're going to try and use the acetylene tank again, or are you just going to try and boot it?
If the tank still works, if it's still somewhat... I mean, it's a big
The
hunk
tank's
of metal.
smoking a little bit, and it's not got a regulator anymore, but the bulk of the metal looks to be sound.
Yeah, use that to wedge it in.
Pastor is currently AFK, so I'll let you guys roll as a pair and see how you get on.
Yeet.
Varric does admirably, but sadly the officer's not quite so quick up. You don't quite get the timing right.
Oof.
So as Varric goes in for the lunge, Doom's still on a bit of his backswing, so you knock a chunk into the door, and it's got a fairly sizable dent. You've torn it open, but you've got an area about... You could probably fit a Labrador through the gap, but it's all jagged around the edges as you've just punched through.
Does the door swing sideways? Like towards there?
The door slides side to side.
Okay, could we pull on the door
Get a
against the
knife.
mechanism? Yeah.
Get your knife, we're pulling it open.
Yep.
Alright. You try and drag the door, but it is not. It seems fairly solidly in place. It's. You can feel it. Something is resisting it, but.
Well then.
You cannot move the door more than, rocking it very slightly backwards and forwards.
Well then. Try number 2. Get the tank.
Yep.
We're ramming this one in. Trust it. 1, 2, 3.
Boosh. Hey.
You're better corner this time. You managed to bash another hole through the door, but again, there's just. You're knocking chunks out the metalwork, but it's not opening, as it were.
God damn it. Right. Let's have a look at my toolkit. I have a basic repair kit.
The basic repair kit considered is considered to have a blowtorch into it.
Oof.
I know my stuff.
No, the blowtorch was not a thing that you have. You have a regular torch. A
No, I
flashlight,
mean-
if you will.
No,
Can I shine the
I mean
flashlight in and see what's inside here?
Way.
in the
You can.
basic, in the basic repair kit, it must have something to repair vehicles with, or any metal, as in
Nope,
blowtorch.
that is not a feature of the repair kit, sadly. It is a repair kit for your various firearms. So, as you poke your head sort of through the hole in the door, although it is slightly clouded by the fact that, again, you're wearing 2 different visors, you can see a sort of purple liquid dripping out of 2 what appear to be large storage vats in the room. It appears there's something, or possibly even someone, in one of these storage tanks. The fluid on the one on the left side is significantly lower, and it appears to have be exposing a large, mostly skeletal form, although it's still fleshy. But it's very slender.
Shit, son, we get in there.
Yeah, the casing on it is somewhat fractured, shall we say? Hello, Nellis.
Hello, Nullus.
Right, boys, get through the Labrador hole, because I think I know what this is. Can I roll history just to ascertain?
Yeah, roll a history test
Everyone roll your
for
histories.
what you suspect it to be.
I'll join them. Oh! Fuck.
Between your musings, you reckon these are cryostasis pods.
Yep. For some reason, he doesn't recognize this, despite possibly being cryostasis himself.
My God.
However, the
It's
cryostasis pods that Thumper reckons he's seen doesn't think they ever contained fluid. But he can't be certain.
Shit.
He's still just gonna guess this is the cryogenically frozen Nazis.
So, how are you going to proceed?
I'm gonna.
He knows history, but it's stupid.
I'm gonna crawl through the Labrador hole to get in there if I can. Is that a
I
contortion
hope that's not you
test?
peeing, Nellis.
Pee is stored in the bowls.
Look at my name.
Hey, let's all back.
Oh, I'm eating Pop Rocks. Ah!
You know that
Oh,
we're live
God.
streaming at the moment, right?
Oh!
Cunt.
Oh god, that is so audible, Jesus.
That is probably an appropriate sound for what is currently happening in the room in front of you.
Oh.
So,
I have 2 null
You're
stand
welcome.
windows.
I bring ambience.
what is the plan then? So
gonna crawl
Stu's
through
reckoning he
Labrador
wants to
hole.
try and climb through the Labrador hole.
Well, the Thumper's definitely gonna go in there.
The Labra hole.
Do I need
Alright,
to
so you're
roll
gonna
acrobatics?
Hmm? Oh, yeah.
I'm
roll
gonna ask if
acrobatics.
you can roll dex saves.
Dex saves, yes
Hey
sir.
boy. Hey boys.
Ay, ay, ay.
Hey boy.
Oh, wait. +4. +2, actually.
This should be the same.
That's
I guess.
fine.
Yeah.
That's best.
Alright, hold up. Ambience has to refill.
Oof.
The ambient has to refill, you mean?
Dab.
I don't have any ambient.
You
sounds
are
like-
the ambient.
It
I
sounds
just
like
get
you're
no
on.
sleep like a real man.
Stu. Oh, you already rolled it.
Yeah.
That's come through since I was looking at that. Anyway, then now that they're all apparently here,
Jesus.
Stu, you tear your hazmat
Sorry,
suit
only.
while stepping through. Nothing major, but it's got some like just tears in like the arms and legs where
Oh.
you've caught it on the raggedy edges. But
So-
everyone is through the hole.
Hey. It's a good job we were
were you
wearing this
bringing-
hazmat suit over our regular suits.
Yeah. Were you bringing the turret gun with you, or are you just leaving it in there?
Nah.
As it's quite cumbersome.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother.
Okay. So, could you all do a perception check for me to see what you can see in the tanks?
Sure.
Are they the Jew aliens?
Oh!
What did you
Oh
say?
shit.
Oh!
Alright then.
These are the secret
19,
globalist
19,
Jews.
20. Every tank in this room contains a specimen, although most of them are similar specimens, of some things you have seen before quite recently. You also notice, Varric, more disturbingly in the corner, appears to be a pile of skeletons.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's just in sort of as if something had come in here, needed some cryo storage, and had dumped out the previous occupants.
Oh shit.
The nearest 2 tanks are leaking a rather viscous purple fluid, and it appears that whatever was in some of these tanks might not be too enthusiastic, as the one on your left side appears to be twitching. However, the one on the right is very still.
Seeing that they aren't moving, a gunshot would. They can't. A gunshot wouldn't miss, right?
Yeah, it's a stationary target at point blank. I would hope you would not miss.
Here? Here is one and there is one?
Every
What?
single one of those orange rectangles is a cryopod.
No, I mean the ones that are leaking.
That is the 2 nearest the door.
As in these 2.
Yes.
You're
Okay.
going to shoot your brethren?
I grab a pistol and unload the mag into the first twitching one.
Understandable.
That would be 8 shots.
Yep. Your shots ring out rather loudly, louder than you'd have anticipated in this room, and the twitching creature lies still.
That's enough.
Is this safe?
You
Should
didn't
we be
need to roll, but okay. Yep.
Should
You
we
have
be
dumped
killing
a pistol mag
cryo-Nazis?
into the nearest one?
Yeah,
It
okay, let's
is-
just double tap them all. Execute them gangland style.
Okay, so just let me get my drawing brush ready. Wait for Roll20 to catch up. So, yeah, you've iced that one. If you can let me know in the starting top to bottom, you have 1, 2. Let me get my ping. So 1 is there. 3, 5, 7. So you've already double tapped 6. What are you going to do now? Yeah, okay, yeah. Numbering them is probably a good plan. So, just for admin purposes mostly.
Wait, this
Are you
is
doing
the
any
amount?
specific order, or are you just going to shoot through the casings?
This is the amount of creatures?
Yep, there appears to be a creature in every case. Some of them are rather a tight fit, some of them appear to have lots of space.
But do any of them look
The ones on the
recognizable?
back row and the 2 at the far sides appear to be lying motionless, suspended in the purple liquid. The one, however, in the number 7 position has also started twitching gently.
Reload
Do
the
any of
mag.
them seem familiar, like anything we've faced before?
Yes, he stated that.
Sorry.
Yes, you recognize these all too well.
It's the creatures. The
Yep.
Seems to be,
Mexicans.
yes.
It's the Xenos
No.
scum.
Sorry,
Okay.
I was BRB at that point.
No worries.
Right.
What happened?
Now we're purging them all.
Okay.
If we can do that.
Yep, I'm in.
Alright,
I'm on the
so you're
same
gonna-
thing as you.
You're gonna. So, you start off, Stu, with the one next to you. You fire several shots.
Yep.
I'll let you decide how many.
I'll put 4
Into 4 shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
just from my rifle. There we go.
Yep. That is the 2 with the open cases. However, what you should do with the ones with the closed cases, as obviously you don't have a clear shot.
Okay, so which one?
Basically, I'm going to require you to roll for the remaining 6 tanks. Just in case.
Okay, I'll roll against. Right, everyone group up, I think. And we'll systematically eradicate each tank together one by one.
Why do we need to do that? Can't we just be efficient?
In case we kill one, in case, like, we don't kill one properly, because we're going to have to roll to pierce through this casing.
And number
Ah.
7.
Understood.
So we'll start off
Okay,
with
so
this
going
one.
for number 7 first. Cool.
Yes.
And then I'll roll against.
Not quite sure how that one's number 7, but let's go with it.
I'm not sure how this one is number 5.
Yeah, I have no idea. Then it's number 5.
And I'm just going to roll
Either
several
way,
shots.
as long as you're standing next to it, I can work it out which ones. So, Varric fires a shot at one. Friedrich has fired a shot at one. Will you
It's
be also
about time
firing
I
one,
did.
Mr. Thumper?
I'm going to fire one now, if that's okay.
Yep.
This one. And I'm gonna do 4.
Shit.
So while the others are fired, just cranking a shot in, you just light up the case. Could all 3 of you make dex saves, please?
Oh no. What have I done?
As the thing bursts.
Oh wait, saves. Sorry.
No.
Friedrich, you take 3 damage as the bullets ricochet off the casing and bounce at you, because remember that you are not firing bullets, you are firing very small explosives. And some of them do not penetrate the casing before going off and instead bounce off and explode in midair.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Whose
yeah.
idea was it to full auto?
However, you're pretty sure whatever's in that casing is dead.
Yeet.
Pretty sure.
That is a win.
But, yeah.
Excuse me.
How thick is that glass?
You reckon, having seen like the shatter lines on the ones that have been broken through with the turret gun, you reckon it's probably a ½ inch to possibly even an inch thick plexiglass.
Plexiglass. So can a knife stab through it?
You can try.
Can you kill it by just leaking the liquid.
Okay. Knife.
You managed to quite happily stab your knife into the casing of what would be number 2. You go in through the side, and you manage to, just through like brute force, just ram it through the plastic. It cracks a little bit around the impact zone, and a thick, viscous purple fluid starts leaking out the side. However, you're going to need to roll a strength test to recover the knife. Your knife is quite stuck.
Gonna try that one again.
Yep, you can take a minute to ease it out. After a little while, the purple fluid is coming from all around the knife, and it seems to lubricate it just enough that you can ease it out again. But,
And
yeah, take that as you will.
Time to lube up that knife, boy.
that knife is now useless until I clean it off.
I'm just gonna reload.
Alright, so number 2 tank currently has a big fuck off hole in it.
Okay, through that hole, I fire 2 shots.
Alright.
Seeing that it's through the glass and not in and not outside of the glass, do I require a roll for it?
I'm gonna say you require a roll just in case,
Okay,
as you're
Pistol.
shooting a resistive surface.
so 2 shots.
I mean, fuck pistols, right? But yeah, both shots seem to penetrate, and there is a gout of the purple fluid with each shot. And you notice there is now another liquid color mixed in with the purple. It looks a sort of reddish green. You're not. That's technically blue, isn't it? Never mind. There's a slightly lighter shade of blue in amongst the purple, basically. And you're pretty certain whatever's in there is no longer alive.
Then continue with the rest.
Well, yeah, David's gonna try to take number 1.
Alright.
He's also gonna take the knife method.
Okay.
Oh! Okay.
You try to smash it through the lid. However, yeah, you don't quite get the angle right, and the knife skids off, and you actually kind of stab yourself in the thigh for 3 damage.
Shit!
And you have torn your hazmat suit in the process.
Oh no.
Don't play with knives, kids. Oof.
God damn it,
These
officer!
by the way, these could be called short swords. They're quite substantial knives. You know, you've got like a foot to 18 inches of blade, depending on like your favorite sizing, sort of thing.
I love that hazmat suit.
So yeah, so
Could
2
we-
of you are now wearing quite heavily damaged hazmat suits. I mean, you know, the boots still work, so if you step in anything, you'll probably be fine, but only I believe the officer currently has an intact suit.
Yeah.
Alright, may as well ditch the suit at this point.
Yeah.
No, I'm keeping the suit. In
Okay.
case.
Ditch my suit.
Well, Thumper is definitely ditching the suit.
Dumper, you have 4 HP, right?
5.
5. Oof. Keeping that one in mind. You're still at full Varric.
Yep.
Okay, that is.
But now I'm more dexterity.
How much HP is that?
Hmm?
How much HP is that, Varric?
Oh, 10.
Okay. Okay, good to know. I'm at 7.
Oh, Jesus.
That is purple fluid.
Um,
Oof.
meant to draw this in earlier. Also, it has a habit of drawing over what I'm trying to color in, so I have to change layers.
Maybe we shouldn't have taken off the hazmat suit.
Day is full. Okay. Shit, son. I'm going.
Varric, I hope you haven't taken off the hazmat suit.
Oh, I have.
Because
Okay.
that liquid does not look safe.
It is called liquid.
We're gonna have to get out of here before the room gets flooded. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's a slow-moving liquid, but it is spreading.
Alright.
Just because it's not gonna give up, David is gonna try to just plainly shoot it with the pistol, the glass
Alright.
of number 1.
You penetrate the glass, and your shot bursts inside it, and you get a gout of purple stuff splashing back up at you. You reckon that you probably done what needed to be done.
Okay. At number 3 and number 5.
And then he just runs.
No one stays alive in this world. Seeing that I still have the hazmat suit on, I can
Yep.
single fire from the rifle
Yep.
for number 3.
Yep.
And for number 4.
Crack through the casings of both of them, and again, they start leaking the purple liquid.
And at number 8.
You manage to penetrate both sides of the casing as your bullet smashes through the first without it exploding, and then explodes against the other side, cracking off the far side with a big gout of purple ooze, some of
With
which
blue.
splashes quite near to Varric.
Oof.
You can notice by this point that well, I don't know what you'd want to call them, but the shapes of the beings in tanks 6 and 7 seem to be rapidly degrading.
Good.
Like they're almost skeletonized already, where they're still covered by the purple liquid.
And
spooky.
seeing that I still have my hazmat suit, I'm going to
Yeah.
walk outside.
Thumper has already been covered in that shit, so he doesn't really care anymore.
All right, so you can all make your way out of the room, and you're back in the main room. The purple liquid, it sort of sticks to your suit, but it doesn't seem to do anything. It just makes you kind of sticky. A bit like if you've been slightly dipped in golden syrup.
He still doesn't
Purple,
trust
I
it
guess,
though,
is
but
quite- I know. Treacle? I'm trying to think what translates, because I don't know how much stuff is universal in its naming.
Tree sap?
Yeah, go with tree sap. It's like tree sap.
Should we shoot this door next?
can't we just go to the cafeteria? After all that purple shit, I just feel like I need a drink. Or a meal or some shit.
This
Um,
is
Can't
going to
really
be the
eat with our
bridge, right?
suits on, so we'll have to.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take your visor off.
Sure thing, go
But
ahead.
you might question, Skog, but we have ration bars.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
That's for the
True.
off-world missions.
Mhm.
And that's also for when you're not covered in purple liquid.
Yeah. Purple rain.
Purple rain.
Alright, I'll take, if you stand clear, I'll take another shot at this door.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh shit, I rolled that wrong. Oof, hold on.
Oof.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
With the big gun.
Alright, you've got it. You're getting fairly used to how this works now, but you've got it braced, and you fire a few quick bursts into the doorway. You fire them fairly low down, kind of working upwards. And yeah, it's quite perforated by this point.
Yeet.
And yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll try and
Can-
manhandle this door again.
Okay.
No, we've shot it for a bit. Yeet. Yeet.
One.
Right, strength tests.
Can I help?
1, 2.
I'll try to
Three.
assist.
Oh, oof.
You're
Jesus.
not quite coordinating it. Varric managed to start momentum pretty hard, but you guys don't quite help it follow through. Yeah, you knock a big dent in the door. You've knocked a few of the gaps between some of the bullet dents through, and you can get a bit. You can see into the room, but there's no way you'd be able to fit through the gap.
Okay,
Let me peek into it.
yeah,
torch.
peek into it, actually. Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Looks to be a fairly big, mostly empty room by the look of it.
Okay,
Alright.
let's
It's got,
run
like,
in.
You can sort of see the edges of some beds or maybe some sofas in the corners. You're not quite sure. Everything's very clean.
I'm just gonna ask, where's the bridge most likely gonna be?
From what you could tell from the signs on the door before you shot the fuck out of them, the bridge was still straight ahead.
Okay. Okay. Second try. Strength check.
Right.
Yep.
Let's do it again. Hey, son.
Let's try that again.
Scotland forever.
Oh, yeah,
The unit is
boy!
on point.
Alright, roll 20, calm down. Okay, so you're using this battering ram. What you do is you manage to hit the door in such a way that it's already structurally weak and form. You basically just cave the door in and it sort of collapses noisily into the room.
Oh, this is gonna be an encounter, isn't it?
A second for it to actually load, because fuck me, it's being slow today.
Shit.
Yeah, not sure if that's visible, but yeah, you've just you basically just yeeted the door through the room.
Okay.
Listen. Let's go. Get sitting. Once again, we are going to ram this one in. Does it have manual override?
No.
Right.
Well then,
Another bathroom
Strength check it is.
attack.
1, 2.
Let's
Three.
hit it.
Oh.
Hit it like you mean it. Oh.
Buoyed on by your recent success, you basically seemingly try and just continue the battering ram going. But this time, the tank clatters harmlessly off the door. This one sounds thicker than the others.
Alright. We have to go back.
You're not
Use the gun
sure, but
again.
it seems resistant, shall we say?
Well, get back to cover. Get to cover.
Dismount the gun.
Alright. Boom!
Yeet.
Mer.
Can I give anyone else the powers to move this? Controllable by... There we go.
You can move the turret.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll let
Jesus!
Move the turret around.
Hey.
It's not functionally that big, but all of its like array into the ceiling is, so you can move it around.
I can deploy it
And you
here.
roll a 17.
So you can like
Yeah.
move it vertically. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna
You've
try
got it out of its like armature thing. It's functionally a light machine gun.
now that it's loose, can we try to
No.
help him to shoot it?
To what? Sorry.
Can we try to help him shoot it?
Not really. I don't know how you'd help. Like,
Do
I'm
it.
trying to.
Do it.
Do it, fag.
Okay, do you want to fire a semi or a full, or do you want to fire full automatic?
I'll fire a semi at the door. Oof.
So like, fire a burst then.
I
Still
rolled a
thunder, but
17. I don't know if we need to resolve that, though.
Yeah. You hit the door, and the burst of shots. Again, they just ping. Mostly in this case, they mostly just ping into the door, but a few of them do go all the way through.
Okay, I will fire again.
Full auto this time.
Yep, full auto.
How many rounds of full auto do you want to do?
Like 10, I guess, if that's how we're going.
Cool. Yep. So you hit, and you manage to keep it on target, as it's a surprisingly well-balanced piece. And basically, you fire it until it goes click, at which point the door looks like a fucking Swiss cheese had a sex with a colander and had some weird hole-filled baby.
Oof. Alright. Let's ram it for Scotland again for one last time.
Ye-
Could use the door this
Scotland?
time, actually, instead of the tank. That might help, but...
Rather for
Was it Netherlands?
Oh,
The
shit!
door does not
For
appear to be in
America.
any condition to...
Well, the good news is our
used.
tank still seems to be doing well.
16 and 14 is good enough.
yeah, an 8. But then that's not enough.
So, do you want to have a look? Do you want to have a peek through the door before you try and batter it, as it's got enough holes?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Un momento. Gentlemen.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh shit, there's a
maybe
boy.
we should wait. Maybe we should wait a little bit with that.
No. How,
Nah, fuck it.
how
One
wasn't he
second.
alerted yet?
To be fair, I think he's
Wondering-
probably already alerted long before this
Yeah,
point.
or for that matter, he probably has a bit of bullets in him too.
2, 3, ram it in.
Oh. He's a red boy. He's a call me. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah, I probably should have done a slightly more, or rather a slightly less angular shape for that, but it passes it on. Hello, Gren in the chat. So, you plan to batter the door in again?
Yeah, we
Yes.
rolled like a fuck ton of strength this thing.
Yeah.
Thumper is
there are
actually more.
sufficient holes in this door now that you can just batter. You can basically just use the remains of the gas tank, which at this point is scarred as all fuck in the metal. Just batter in the remainder of the door, and it just sort of falls in chunks.
Thumper's just gonna go a bit backwards.
And the gun.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems
Hey,
fair
we
enough.
got a big fucking gun. Why the fuck not?
I think it's out of ammo, but sure, I appreciate the attempt.
He's gonna try.
Just gonna.
Okay, lads, whenever you're ready. Ram and slam and get out of the way.
Damn it!
Let's
was
change
making
all
the
the
Chinese-
stars.
I was trying to make the Chinese flag.
So-
Can we just get some more deja vu?
Yeah.
And if you want to.
Lads, this is what I call a boom and loom. Let's do it.
So, what are you going to do then? So you appear to have hideously killed a man, but other than that, you've opened the door. Well done.
Oh,
The door is
Well.
open.
There is a very large human shape lying in a pool of blood over a console. Sorry, it should be there.
So he's dead.
Yeah, it appears to have a fuckload of high caliber shell holes through him. As does most of the rest of the command console.
listen.
Thumper doesn't really believe him.
5-point room scan.
Yep.
Do it, boys. I'm right behind you.
In front of you, you can see a very large, now quite cracked view screen that faces out the front of the ship.
Thumper.
Yeah, he's gonna keep watch from here.
Get into the room.
Okay.
Ah, that is.
Jesus.
No. Jesus ain't here for you.
No, but Trump, God Emperor Trump is.
Boss,
That's the American way.
let's talk about that.
America intensifies.
Liberty.
Freedom,
Americanism.
justice. The American dream. Manifest destiny and all that shit.
Can Thumper try to have a closer look at
Yeah.
like the dead dude?
And I will do an investigation in the mean. Oh, fuck.
I was
Oh,
actually
fuck.
thinking trying investigation.
I'm gonna
Not
roll
that he's
medicine.
good at it.
Oh fuck.
You notice, as you approach, that the shape seems to almost look at you, but you're not sure if it's just a trick of the light, as you are still in torchlight only.
Was in pistol shot.
The conclusion is, alive people have a lot more blood in them. With that medical check, Varric.
Alright, he's dead, Jim.
Just in case I just put a bullet
Is,
through his brain.
Yeah.
All the equipment it's wearing, it does. They don't. You can't. A, you can't discern a gender. B, you can't discern like a face or anything.
And now you can't
there's
discern
no
brain
way you'd be
matter.
able to check for a pulse. It's wearing a complete heavy combat suit.
Can we take the combat suits?
It's full of bullets.
It appears to be sized for someone who's about 7.5 feet tall.
Can we just raid it for the valuables?
I mean, yeah.
Wait. Can we take him back with us as a corpse?
Oh.
I mean, probably. Yeah.
It seems like an interesting suit of armor. So.
Nothing particularly stopping you other than a few very narrow doorways.
Yeah.
Now I see why it was over 3 meters. These doorways.
Is there a black box in here, or do I have to search for it?
Yes.
After a bit of hunting around, you do manage to find what appears to be a flight recorder.
Yeet.
It does not appear to be damaged.
I will take
It
that
is,
one.
yeah, so only if she's got the black
And
box.
me and
use-
David should hold this cunt back.
Alright, give
Yep.
me a second. Controllable by all players. There you go.
Okay, let's move him. Wanna move back, Herrick?
Yep. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, let's bring him to you. God damn it!
Oh yeah, we can move him
God damn
forward.
it, Herrick!
Moving ahead. Yeah. Right. Here we go. Heave.
Come on.
Heave.
Oh, there you go. Jesus!
Right.
There
Oh
you
fuck. Right.
He is a thick boy.
Fucking yuck.
The thickest of boys. Oh.
Thick as thick. We'll push him from different sides.
Oh shit, drawn blood.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
At least we know he's definitely dead.
Wait, we're walking in the darkness now.
It's
Yeah,
just because the fog
give
of
us
war hasn't lifted. Yeah. Oh shit, we've gone too far. Fuck.
Yeah.
We've gone too far in a
Bit
few
back.
places.
Can we just have a U-turn of blood?
I'm getting there. It's just roll 20's been.
Okay, the door, this airlock still opens, right? Seeing that it's locked
No.
to our...
Alright. Leave this cunt here. Or there, right. Either
where?
way, just... Let's get
But
the
we
thing back.
we should probably have someone or something guarding him.
I'll just hold the tank back and we'll ram it. There we go.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of nuts.
Right, get
nuts
ramming.
fluid.
1, 2...
Wait.
Sarai!
Jesus.
Fuck!
Ram it. Fucking ram it. There we go.
Rambo!
Slam the gas
like-
tank square on into the metalwork, only nearly crushing Friedrich's hand in the process.
Sorry
And
about
the
that.
tank booms off the door and drops to the floor. You kind of are slightly shaken by the impact. This door seems rather solid compared to the other internal doors.
Oh yeah, because this is the
Okay.
airlock. Is the control panel out again?
Control panel is still out, yes.
Oh
Does
shit,
this
right.
have a
Arcana,
does this
the
have a
use tech on the control panel.
manual override? Airlocks always have a manual override.
Not this one, apparently.
Why did we fucking board onto a manual? But Arcana.
Do you want to do a quick history check as you're using this out?
Sure.
Oh.
Oof.
You remember, using your short-term memory of history, that this ship is, to your knowledge, solar-powered.
What?
And it's night.
No, it's
And in space.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have laughing.
Well,
Nighttime's
was
not
night.
really a thing that happens in space.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
But even so, it's like, why have a solar-powered spaceship in space?
Well, it reflects off the star. That's the whole idea.
No, but like,
It's still
you're
dumb.
not all... Yes! There's some logic to it, but it's a stupid decision.
Only the Eldar do it in 40k, and it's kind of gay for them. Well, actually, no, they use solar sails, which is gay.
They run on solar winds. Fancy.
It is pretty
Okay,
cancer.
how do we get back into our own place?
We don't.
Well, the control panel is still active, he said, Skog. There's still power to it.
Seeing that
You know what,
we-
lads? Can't we just take this Nazi cryogenic spaceship and claim it for the United States?
No, because it's flooding.
It is quite literally burning, and it has aliens in it. I would rather die.
We've had worse.
Alright, can we use the panel at all? Because I don't know if we resolved that rule.
No, the panel is dead. There is no power.
Alright, just keep ramming it. Ooh, everything you've got, lads. Oh,
Ubegora!
Where are the hinges?
This time, you get a bit more disheartened that you're not even scratching the paint on this door. It's quite impressive.
Okay. I hate damaging the
Alright, you know
materials,
what?
but... Aye.
If there's another airlock there. Oh! Just shoot the doors, yeah, because we do actually have the ammunition to do this.
As
But-
you fire at the perimeter of the door, you do manage to get several good hits in around the frame as you just go fuck it and spray the
Alright,
area.
everyone back off and full auto the door.
You've managed, you appear to have made something inside the mechanism go crunch or possibly bang, you're not quite sure. But the door, when you try it again, moves.
Oof.
Not very much, but
Whoa.
it moves.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Okay. I put my knife between it and start pushing it out.
With a little bit of force, you do manage to jiggle the door open.
I'm gonna try to contribute.
Yep.
Push!
Cool.
Whatever.
And once again, you can see at the other end of the airlock your ship.
We can close this door now, right?
Yes, we can close this door.
Yeah, we're not gonna throw ourselves out into the immersive space, right?
Because this is our ship.
I know.
Well, this isn't your ship. This is still inside the other ship.
Also,
I just
But
Didn't wanna draw
let's
the map
let's
bigger.
not drop yet, please. Let's just have a nice little out. That sounds bad and weird.
Oof, that is a lot of blood this boy had.
Yeah.
and I'm afraid. Yeah, you know what? I reckon this will work. Fine. Try to remember if I'd
Okay.
forgotten something. Go. No, it's fine. It's fine. Right.
So he is
Still-
unconscious.
No, I'm trying to remember how I'd set the airlock up.
Oof.
Because.
Alright, we'll need to close
Thumper's
this.
just gonna move to the other side of the room and suggest, "Hey, lads, let's go to the cafeteria."
No, no, the
Yes,
ship's...
yes. Wait, yeah. Let's go to the cafeteria. At that moment, I grab my knife and close the door.
Alright.
Making sure that the airlock is sealed tight.
Cool. From which side are you closing the door?
From our side.
Where you're standing. Alright.
Yes.
So,
As in,
Private Thumper
this-
has trundled off into the ship. You guys are seeing yourselves inside the airlock.
yes.
Cool.
Can I roll perception to notice if, so I can
No.
check if he notices? Not that he notices this visually, but hears it.
You do notice that the airlock door will not currently lock. You can put it so that the door is in the door frame, but that is all. It won't stay in place anymore.
But has he noticed? As he's
He
walking
knows
out of
that
the-
you're faffing around behind him, but he can't tell much more than that.
So he's going
Yeah.
back to the cafeteria.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's the essence of it.
I'm now trying to open the airlock door towards our ship.
The control panel is still down, however, it does have a manual override.
Okay, strength check.
Yep. You quite easily pull like the vault wheel on it, at which point no, there's no rush of gas. Your docking vessel is still buttered up outside. You are simply pulling the door. However, you do hear a slight change in the pressure of the air, and a red light comes on inside your shuttle.
Varric,
So,
let's go.
David! We're leaving! Get the fuck back here!
What?
Get the fuck back here!
Where we're leaving?
Yes, son.
Is the door closed or yay or nay?
He has to do a strength check, so Varric,
Yeah.
get in. I don't like to do this, but Varric, get into the ship.
No,
now.
sir, I don't leave my boys behind. You can fuck
David,
off if
can
you like.
we slide the door open.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure of it, sir! Now get the fuck away from me! And I draw my gun at him.
Listen,
Oh,
Do not leave a boy behind! You learn that in the Highlands.
that's a shame, isn't it?
Aye, it is a shame, sir.
It is quite a shame.
so what's the plan, guys? I reveal the area where the shuttle is. You can put yourselves in that when you're in the shuttle.
Yeah, we just got a situation
Well.
with the door here.
Yes, I am. That is quite the situation.
Okay, you've basically got a screen door on the airlock at this point. The lock on it does not work. It's basically just like, you know, those like paper doors in Japan that you can just sort of slide open.
Oh,
Kind of like one of those.
so this one basically has no ability to stay closed.
Yeah, it's
As
not really.
in-
It's a doorway now. It's not a door.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
I'll be handing in my resignation as I close the airlock to the ship.
Right. Are we on initiative at all?
You can be if you want to be. I would say, are you closing your shuttle's airlock or the ship's
Yes.
airlock?
The shuttle's airlock,
Okay.
as I'm the only one in the shuttle at the moment.
Right. Yeah. If you want to
Wait.
all roll initiative, let's see what can happen.
Okay.
Oh,
shit, I
wait.
didn't select it.
Fuck. I fucked up. There we go. I'm gonna use my special ability. Tab.
Well, you rolled an 11 before, so
Well,
I'm gonna assume you
Yeah.
haven't.
You haven't
Oh,
put the
shit,
turn
sorry.
thing up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, fuck it.
So we've got
17, 16, 11.
how do I add you to the initiative?
You just right click on the token,
right
add
click,
turn.
add to turn.
Oh yeah. Second. There you go. It's right at the top of the fucking list as well.
Yep.
Second. There you go. So, can you fill out your own numbers in, or do you need me to do it?
17,
Mm,
16, and 11.
there we go. Okay. We're going with the first one then.
Yes.
Yep.
Would make sense.
Cool. Descending.
And now
As
you
Doom
know
has
where-
the initiative.
I close the
You have
airlock
said you have shut the doors.
and pressed launch.
Yep. So,
Ta-ta.
Friedrich has left the building.
With the ship.
Thumper, what are you gonna do? There is now quite
Wow.
a hard vacuum pulling you towards the ship's door. So first of all, can you roll a dex save?
Okay. That's fun.
Before you're asking, he is a fucking Nazi. What do you expect?
Damn, but that was sort of the joke here. That
Right.
well, he's a Nazi.
Right. It is your
Motherfucker.
go. You have been pulled towards the airlock. However, you can now move as you wish.
But then again, Thumper
and I'll-
should have seen it coming. He was
And
basically
I'll-
antagonizing you.
Yes. He was antagonizing you, and I gave Varric the option. And he didn't take it. So, your funeral.
But then again, you did leave the
No, I have the flight
alien
recorder.
commander.
I have the flight recorder, and that was required.
Yeah, but why
Well,
did we fetch the fucking?
So what's the plan, Thumper,
Captain.
for your turn? Because it is initiative.
I was hoping to walk at least over here.
All right. Take a move action if you want to.
Wait, can I move over here?
You can take a move action.
Okay. Nah.
Will that be all?
He's gonna try to hold on tight there.
All
At
right.
least so it doesn't fall out. But the oxygen is gonna be another problem.
Dexterity save, please,
All
Mr.
right.
Holt.
Oh no,
Well, oh.
we're gonna lose the captain.
Yeah, but fuck him, don't worry about him now, lad.
All right. You may
Also-
now take your turn.
Okay.
Also, no hard feelings.
Is the void of space now here?
Yes, there is the void of space where that door is open.
Okay, I shall have to
Also,
move.
your comms bead has now cut out from your commanding officer. You have only comms between the two of you.
Alright.
Can I do a one time just goodbye, gentlemen? It was an honor serving with you.
You say something along those lines, although most of it comes through as crackles as the distance and the bulkhead doors are in the way.
Mm.
Can David try to shout something in response?
You
Or do we
can,
need
yes.
to wait for my turn?
Free action.
Nazi.
Fuck you up the Germany, you un-American.
Well done. Right, so you've had your turn, Varric.
Yeah, I guess. Just move for that.
Let's see how badly this goes. Oh dear.
The big gate.
As you step through the door, you look back and see the large body poof into space in a shower of what appears to be blood.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Yeah. I don't know what
Rip.
happened.
A rip big alien nut captain.
Not everything is a
So-
Nazi, mate.
Doom.
Anything that's cryogenically frozen is.
Yes.
There is nothing you can do at this point, but I'm going to keep you on the turn order just in case. Thumper.
Shit. Well, I'm gonna try to move towards. Well, I'm gonna have to
Right.
reluctantly
Could you roll
try
a
to
dex
move.
save for me first?
Yep. Of course.
Ah, good.
Oh,
You can
oh
move
wait,
unimpeded
that's not
this round.
that's not a dex save. Sorry, that's dexterity.
Oof.
Oh
You
Jesus.
now move unimpeded.
Okay, he's gonna try to get up again, and beyond that, gonna try to get to the other room.
All right.
Can I move a bit more?
No.
Fuck. Well, that's it.
Halt.
Okay. Let's see. A dex save.
Yep. See how much. You only get a minor one this round.
Oof.
You're now free to move as you wish.
Alright, I'll move up towards the door the same way.
Okay. Does Thumpers go?
Okay. Dex
Dex save,
save.
please.
Yep. Oh.
You can also move unimpeded this round.
Okay. Can I try to just hold on to Varric? Make sure he try to help, like just try to help him
Oh,
not
right, okay.
fall down. You know.
That may be inadvisable, but you are welcome to do that, yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna try to do that then.
Oof.
I said it may be inadvisable.
Sorry.
You're welcome to do it.
It's not that. It's just like, oh shit. Nah. Then it's not worth the risk. Does this help? Do you think? It's just gonna move over there and then just try to give it a little bit, let it sink in, and see if it helps.
Well, think of it like this. The vacuum of space is venting out all those corrosive gases now.
Yeah, but it's also venting out the oxygen.
Yes, yes, quite so. And you guys have limited oxygen.
Bright side, we can now explore. Oh, I know where to go. Provided we can even get in there. But yeah, my turn is over.
All right. Barrick. Dex save, please.
One.
Your mem.
Okay.
Right, you are now free to move as you wish.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. And just through there again.
All right. It's a bit of a squeeze to get through that doorway, but you can.
Yeet.
Right.
Shouldn't all that liquid be going into their faces now?
Yeah, can you roll a perception test for me?
Oh, jeez!
I see.
Yeah, you notice now that the fluid is sort of airborne and it's got some chunks in it.
Boy.
It's a little unpleasant, to be honest.
Right. Let's run away from the goo.
All right. You do notice that now the atmosphere is gone. The gravity you're relying on is that from your mag boots, so you feel a little floaty, shall we say.
Okay.
You've been trained in the use of mag boots, however, they do encumber your movement somewhat. Also, that reminds me, as everyone is currently not wearing them, do you want to add that 2 back to your dex scores?
Oh
you're
yeah, I
not
did it
wearing
ages ago. Yeah.
Good. Just
Yeah, we removed the hazmats a while back.
Good. Just making sure you've put the modifier back off.
And now I'm removing my hazmat suit, seeing I'm quite safe.
Yep, I'm keeping tabs on how your end's going. Don't worry.
David's gonna try to make his way to this old door.
All right.
Do you think in the gravity will work, or should I roll something like the dexterity or so, acrobacy maybe?
Well, you can just walk around.
Okay.
You're just using slightly magnetic boots to keep you more stuck to the deck.
But we're not gonna need the oxygen. Okay, it's gonna try to ram it. So it's gonna do strength.
Okay.
All right, ramming it with what? Ramming it with what?
Himself. Like he's gonna
That's gonna
ram
be tricky because
himself
we're 0G.
into the
You sort of try and free yourself at the door, but you kind of don't at the same time. As you can't really brace.
As far as I know, this is a loose situation. The power is out. The ship was burning. I don't know if it's still burning or exploded one of the compartments.
I don't think anything can burn in a vacuum of space.
No, it was burning most likely. Don't forget, all the doors are flush and without manual overrides. And did I say no power?
Also, you've broken a shitload of the doors as well.
Yep. So this
It's fine. There's ways out. Don't worry.
Ooh. But will they have enough time?
So are you gonna be the villain, or are we gonna be the villains when this picks up?
Oh, come on, guys. Let me be the villain. My God. It's not fun when you take it away from me.
We could just have an extra villain. Share the villainy.
Secret Hitler.
Come on, guys. Try not to kill yourselves all before Bill gets here to do it for you. I'd
So
like
Bill's
to think
gonna be
that
the
Bill is
villain.
watching this and is just concerned.
Well, you don't follow. You don't follow orders. Also, Daniel was my name.
I know. He's going, oh look, and all the people in the chat are in the game. Hooray!
It's...
Who can say where
the system goes?
Well, you wanna try, Varric, or should I just try to hurt myself again?
Basically, I think we should end the stream here, if no one has any objections.
I don't.
You can if you want to, but
It's one hell of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I have solutions, or you can have it. I'm good with either.
Okay. Alright, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you all again soon. Have a good day. I just stole Archer's line, but fuck it. Night night.